Okay, here we are. Here we're ready to go. Another Sunday at RJ's Lives. How are you guys doing?
Doing terrific.
Very well.
Doing very well.
Fantastic. Well, we got a lot of people in the chat. So hello to
Talk box.
all you guys. What's that?
In the talk box.
Oh, in the talk box. I'm sorry, I didn't call it the correct. Well, that's the way it goes. But I did have some things to go over. Last week, Matt, he said, "Hey, let's have a clickbait Friday, Fun Night Friday. Let's see who gets the most views and stuff." And so about 20 minutes ago, I took the numbers, and here they are. In dead last place is me with my Pro Sharpeners Hate This One Weird Trick. I had 232 views on that. Then next came in Tom with the world's most bestest trapper knife with Junior. He got 250. Matt, I think we still need to deduct points because you put yours out on Saturday instead of Friday. But Matt,
that means I had less time.
One view there, Tom. He got 251 for Is This the Perfect EDC Pocket Knife? Talking about his Saunter 250. Then came John, with man nearly dies of laughter after a horrible gap on the live stream. But I enjoyed that video thoroughly, and I added at least 2 views to your total. That was 283.
I think we should stop there because for me, John wins. I have more subs, so John wins it hands down.
Oh, I don't know. I think the views say something different, Patty. You absolutely crushed us with your Man Crush video. 642 views.
Very nice.
So I was like, there you go, Patty the Batty. Yep, congratulations to you.
No, that's not a fair challenge. My subs like me, you see.
Well, that's true, but when has this show ever been about what's fair?
Or true, or fact, or kindness and sharing.
That's right. Kindness and charity and fairness have no place here. But I did want to do some shout outs while we're here. Big J's Knives, he just crested 1,000 yesterday. He just got over the 1K wall. Anybody that's not subscribed to him, go ahead and subscribe. Let's give him some insulation in case YouTube decides that they want to, take a couple of subs away. So go ahead and do that. Another couple of young channels that we have, Steel City Knives. He just started this week. So definitely go see Steel City Knives and sub to them. And also the Tired Tiger, Baxter Blades. He's here in the chat. So go ahead and sub to the Tired Tiger. He's just starting off his YouTube stuff too. And those guys are all under, I think they're both under, 300 subs, I think at the most or something. And of course, with our own Slip Joint Sawyer, he just now got to 500. Let's see if we can get him over the wall and then get him over 1,000 subs also. So you guys have seen him and enjoy him. So definitely
enjoy.
Give him a sub. He's worthy of it. Even
I don't know about that.
Even if he did beat Tom by 1 view.
I did put a lot of a horrendous amount of time into that thumbnail, which I regret instantly.
Can you hear that noise? That's the sound of Junior sobbing.
Oh no. Well, one of the things I thought that was, first off, the clickbait Friday thing was fun. I don't want to do it every week, but
no, I'm going to do it again. I'm done with it. I'm not doing it again.
I was going to say we could revisit this in about a year, or something. We could always come back to it.
Let me rebuild my own pride first, and then we'll think about it.
Okay, we got a shameless plug from Tom. Let's go ahead and zoom you in for that.
Well, no. Okay, real quick.
Too late. I already did it.
That's all right.
I'll undo it.
Our own TK is nearing 3,000 subs. I think he's at 2,009 something or another. Good job, John. Keep going.
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone, if you're not subscribed to TK, why head over there and hit that subscribe button. So Keep charging there, Thrifty.
I agree. Keep on
Yeah.
going.
Yep. And if
Well
you know,
deserved.
if you know me, you know what happens at those milestones. So be watching the channel.
That's true.
It's not going to be something that stands out. You're going to have to be watching the videos to know the inside scoop. So make sure you're watching those videos.
I won last night. My first time winning one of these on what do you call them?
Big
Jerry
J's,
and
Big J's. Saturday night happy hour, yeah.
I won a thing. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I've never won one of them, so it was really nice. I have to say.
No, I won on Big Red EDCs and donated to John because obviously he can't ship to the UK. That maybe the week before last, was it, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave mine away to Randy.
Yeah.
SWG, is it?
Well, you won on
WSG,
JW
yeah.
as well, Matt.
Oh yeah, I did win on JW. Yeah, that arrived this week as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's always fun when you win one of those things for sure.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm always like appreciative as well when they're willing to ship it to the UK because a lot of the time it's an extortionate amount to send it, and plus
Yeah.
the UK Border Patrol like to think you're a criminal because you've got a small little tiny knife. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
They're taking dangerous weapons off the streets.
Yeah, dangerous. Really dangerous, like 2-inch blades. You must confiscate these.
I know. We see the same stuff over here. We see the same dumb publicity campaigns. I think they all copy each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I'm finding the easiest way. I've been sent to the States for yonks. I find if you take the boxes off and just put a bit of bubble wrap, put the knife in the bubble wrap, fold it over with a bit of cardboard, bit of tape around it, put it in a little, the smallest sort of, wee envelope about this size, and just push it in, send it that way. I haven't had any stopped, and they get there rather quickly as well.
Yeah, all the ones I've sent to John haven't been stopped, but I went for the inconspicuous, and I've wrapped it up like a brick of cocaine, and it went straight through. Not even joking.
This is true.
That's funny.
One of those Rough Rider boxes.
Yeah, Rough Rider box wrapped in bubble wrap.
I've lost 2 parcels in all the time I've been doing it, and that was me sending one to Europe and one to the States. And that's one was a Big Red. No, it wasn't Big Red. It was the boy that used to do the Christmas giveaways that went on all year. Cold Steel. He's now the Cold Steel.
Jimmy Slash.
Jimmy Slash. I sent a parcel of older knives. He was doing that Christmas giveaways.
Yeah.
Piff.
Yeah.
And the package ended up at his door, but somebody had ripped the bottom up and took all the knives out and put the empty package to his door. Which I thought was, come on.
Yeah, I had that happen with a knife from Apex that I got the empty box, and somebody cut open the corner of it and took the knife out. Yeah, not fun.
They must have been so disappointed because it was a stack of knives, but they weren't expensive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. Well, I thought it would be fun for us to show some knives that we haven't had on our channel in a while, or patterns that we don't show very often. And I thought we could just kind of show some different knives like that maybe we had kind of forgotten about or didn't see too much. So I thought, why not? I'll ask you guys to do the same. Anybody want to start out with one of those, or you want me to start out with one of those?
Yeah, you go for that.
Okay, I'll go first. This is a good one. I think it's a good one. I think you guys will like it. It is a Rough Rider, and this is from their Green Micarta series. So no offending R or anything, but this is my one and only cotton sampler. So this is the full size cotton sampler. So you get the full grip on it, and I really like this knife. I thought after I got it that I might get some more cotton samplers, but it's something that I never did. But it's still a really neat knife. really do like how it looks. I like the swedge on top. It's just got the green micarta. You got the striped bolster. Just really, really good stuff. Any comments? Anything you guys want to add about
I
that?
like that series a lot. I like the satin blades.
Yeah,
the micarta.
yeah.
Very classy.
It's a
series.
It's a favorite series for me from one of the ones from Rough Rider.
It's one of those series that was made during the RT era, and they didn't put the RT bolster on there. So
that's true.
Thumbs up.
The Last Ranger asked, "Have I sampled cotton with it?" No, I have not. If I knew where they did that stuff, I would. Hey, Warthog, it's good to see you here, Rick. I hope you have a. Yes, it is a super spay. That's correct, Pepper Dingo. As much as, but I think Matt would even say he likes that one, right?
No,
wouldn't you?
No, you wouldn't.
I don't like cotton samplers. I get they had a time and place in history, but this time and place now isn't for it. Retire
it.
They're a great peanut butter spreader.
Yeah,
really.
It could work for anything. Like Don C in the comments is saying he thinks it would be awesome to skin a small deer. Yeah, you could use it for skinning. You could use it just as a steak knife. You could use it as anything. Certainly a conversation starter. If you pull that out of your pocket, people are not used to seeing that blade shape, and so definitely something that somebody would talk to you about if you happen to use that to open a box. Wow, you guys are all like statues. What happened?
Told you, I'm going to be a good boy tonight. I'm just going to sit here.
As your producer, I sent them an email, RJ, and I laid out some rules of etiquette.
Oh, did you?
Lives. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Why would you go and do
that?
You didn't get the email, John?
I misplaced the email because I didn't get it, or if I did get it, I ignored it.
I didn't get.
I've been grinding all week.
I didn't get the memo on that either.
I must have forgot to hit the send button.
There you
so
go.
it was only me.
Yeah, just you, Stephen.
Oh, here we go. We got this shameless plug right here from Byron. Thank you, Byron, for pointing that out. Everybody, there's a flash sale at SMKW, a Rough Rider bone camp knife, 25% off. So if you're interested in that one, definitely swing by SMKW and take a look at that. Thanks, Byron. It's always good to share those deals.
Deal alert from Byron. Where did you get that idea?
You must get some tips for that, John, surely?
Yeah. Nice, Byron.
And while we're interrupting showing knives, hey, everyone, make sure and hit that like button.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to go next.
All right. That sounds good.
And I'm going to show you this little knife. This is the double ring. You can see the two little rings, one at either end. And if you haven't seen these, I just think these are amazing. So the little ring itself, you just twist it and it brings the knife up. So you don't have to use your fingernails.
No.
If your wife has long fingernails, this is the perfect answer. You just twist it and it puts it back down again. Your main blade, twist it up. And listen to the snap. It is really lovely snap on it. And this is, it's got a Mintex, which is I think it's actually an American company. But this was made by, let me just check who it was made by. I haven't seen it. There you are. I haven't seen it for that long. I can't remember who made them. But their abundance on the second-hand market. This is Warrior Sheffield. Never heard of it. But, I mean, it's just a really unusual little knife. I suppose maybe with dexterity problems, I don't know, or no nails, but it's a knife I don't show very much, but it's still one of my favorite in my collection because it's actually useful.
Yeah, especially for those smaller pen knives, because the nail nicks on the smaller ones are tiny.
But it wasn't made. I suppose it was made in the era when women would have maybe done their nails more than they do now. Excuse me, more than they do now. But my wife said she can open it absolutely fine with her long nails.
That's good. It makes you wonder if they have long nails like that, what do they need a knife for?
Yeah, just sharpen the edge and just score.
Yeah, Addicted to Blades 2 is also giving us a deal that Amazon has the Cold Steel Tanto for $25. I don't know which one that is, because Cold Steel does make a lot of Tanto blades. So who knows? If it's the Recon Tanto, that's a good
God, there he is. It's Tom Thumb again.
What? It didn't need to be brought up. You know,
Yeah,
bring it up for a thumb.
Hey, you got to remember that all of us have old eyes. So
Wait.
Get a little closer there.
Exactly. Now I can see it. There you go.
No, it's still up. Oh no, that's you, John. Yeah.
there he is.
Well, I'll give a deal alert. I've got a sharpened plastic knife that I'll sell for $9.99. Three
really?
easy payments of $9.99.
Wow. Check you out. Do you have it with you? Do you want to show it off?
I'll have to go get it later. I'll show it to you. I did a video on it.
Well, we can make it easy too. If you have anything new that you want to show, we can show that. Or if you want to show something old, you can show something old. If you want to.
Them boys have all got something old.
You got something old?
Somewhere.
I'm warm.
Yep. Oh my, we're starting out slow today.
Right, I'm going to go again.
Yeah.
I've got another one here.
Okay.
No, Barton, I will not embrace the con sampler. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, I know what that is. That's the Kiwi.
It's the Spyderco Kiwi, a sought after knife nowadays. All metal, 8CR14 from Spyderco. This is a wicked little scalpel. It really is. Full 4 fingers on it. But what an absolutely demon of a blade to use for especially sort of close work, cutting around photographs or anything like that. It's just a super knife.
That is a nice one.
Really nice. It's a bit scratched up. It's been used because I love this little knife. I would use this quite a lot just to pull out if I'm going to do some draw cuts on bits of paper and things like that. It's just perfect for it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on your channel when you first got it. I've pretty much been looking for one ever since.
Yeah, they're so hard to find, honestly. They're getting harder and harder. I think with a lot of the old Spydercos, the collectors are sort of hanging on to them.
Yeah.
I just keep it because it's a really good little knife.
So we had a question from Don C, and he wants to know what our favorite cover materials are.
Well, I can tell you what John's is. It's wood.
John's is wood? Okay. That's definitely a good one. Is it because you like how it feels or you like how it tastes?
It's how it tastes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mine's a pretty boring choice. For me, it's bone. It's probably most people's choices.
Yeah,
I just like the way it takes the dye, things like that.
I agree with that. I think bone is probably my favorite material to collect, but for a user knife, I do prefer a synthetic just because I don't want to have bone get broken or damaged.
Or like a Mike Carter or something that's got grip to it.
Right. Exactly.
Yep. Mine would be bone, but wood is a very close. I'm getting more and more into wood and trying to collect different types of wood. So yeah, the wood collection is going to be something that's another little side play in the hobby again. Another little rabbit hole to dive off into.
Jeffrey, you're very welcome.
Yes, I was going to say, Jeffrey, that's you're welcome. That's just a service that we provide for free.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you like it. It's
welcome
okay.
to Knife Collectors Anonymous.
Yeah, all of our wives are most appreciative that we're in the knife hobby. Okay, so
I would have
let's
to
see
say
here.
stag bone or
Stag
just
bone?
genuine
Yeah.
stag. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well, this is definitely going to take a little bit of. Oh, now he's all dressed up. Wow, look at that. He's the formal thumb. Okay, so NFK20 asks, what are the knife laws in England? Like, could I bring my collection there if I moved there? So we're
It
gonna,
entirely depends on what your collection consists of.
right. I was going to say, I'm going to guess that you live in the U.S. now, maybe Canada. I don't know. And then
You
yeah,
can
go
bring
ahead.
most.
Go ahead, Matt,
You
if
can
you
bring
want.
most of
Yeah.
your knives in.
But it's going to have to be like, if you're moving like your life over, it's going to have to be either sent over in like cargo, or it's going to have to be packed away in proper containers and stuff. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you'll
probably
also have
better
to declare it when you come in.
Yeah, it's it's probably better putting them into their own suitcase so that you can't open them and show them, because you will be stopped. And it's better being up front. The only thing you're not allowed is switchblades, assisted opening.
Right.
At the moment, that's the law. There isn't really many other things. Sorry, the other one, which is quite strange, is you're not allowed the ones that are that sort of toxic green and
Zombie knives.
Yeah,
zombie knives. You're not allowed them because they're specifically sharper points.
It's the color that's offensive, I guess.
Yeah. I think as long as you're up front, you're not going to have any problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, because it's the same as if you're bringing over your kitchen knives. Technically, it's the same thing, and they can't just expect you to chuck all that stuff out and not bring them. So,
right. Let's see here. He's saying right now that he only has liner locks and compression lock.
Right, yeah, you can bring them. You just can't carry them out of your house. They'd be an internal knife only.
Yeah, so you guys can have those in your collection. You just can't carry them out of your home.
Unless there's a specific reason. Like if you're a joiner or somebody like that needs a locking knife, just for instance, you can have it in your tool bag.
Yeah, and Gary the Last Ranger asks, what's the worst thing to happen if they catch you with a 4-inch locking knife?
You probably go to court and get a massive fine.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably confiscate it and give you a fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't be getting it back. It'd be gone, so it's just not worth it.
Right.
No.
And then Jeffrey's back with another question, which is, what is your favorite style of case knife? That's a
large Stockman.
I'm sorry?
Large Stockman.
The large Stockman. That is a good one. I have my large Stockman here, which is definitely one of my new favorites. You guys know I love a standard trapper. Yeah, this is the same one that John reviewed. This is that one from Shepherd Hills. Just a fantastic knife that I brought it out because I thought John might bring his out as well, and if we wanted to compare and contrast, but just
absolutely
see
which one's bigger there.
Perfect working knife.
Yeah. Nice, John.
I didn't hear you, John. Sorry.
He said he wants to compare sizes.
Oh.
I thought you wanted me to pull it out and see which one was bigger, but
no, I was.
They're both large.
We could look at. Yeah, they're both the same size knife there. And yes, I do understand your innuendo. No problem. But we'll go with that. Yeah, let's see here. Tired Tiger has a thing here. Less than a 3-inch screwdriver. You can't have a locking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my favorite. It's the dog leg Tony Bowes. One of the special edition ones. Just a beautiful, comfortable knife with 2 blades. You got the big spade and you have a pen blade in there. But it's a beautiful. I love the bone on this. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a good one.
This is a classy knife, and I love that shield as well, the Federal shield.
Yes,
beautiful.
I like that too.
It's a lovely knife. Lovely knife. But here's a shock. Do you know what one I'm really starting to fall? I've been taking this out and using it more than I thought. Is this one?
Yeah,
I can't remember
What
what
is
you
it?
call it. The
the Russell.
Rustler.
Rustlock. Yeah, the Rustlock. Absolutely enjoying this. This is a beautiful knife. You know, I know there was a period where they weren't making them very well, but I've seen a few recently on YouTube, and they've all been fairly good. But this one, the Bone Again, just a beautiful. It's actually so useful, really is. If you're thinking about getting one, definitely go ahead. It's a liner lock, so, but a really nice knife.
Yep. And then Jason Glover says he works as a carpenter in the UK and he carries a knife every day. Sometimes
Yeah.
a slip joint, but normally a lock knife. He sees it as an essential work tool. Yeah, I would say that that it depends on your job also. You know, it's one thing if you're doing work in the trades, then yeah, for sure, a knife like that
And
is
also,
useful.
if you're a bushcrafter, you can take your knives out to the bush when you're going camping and things like that.
Right.
Oh, that's a nice one, John.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, there's my favorite.
Yeah, that is good.
Got the 6.5, and this is a Tony Bose design as well. I just think that the Tony Bose designs are some of the better ones for the case. And
I agree. I agree.
Also like their sway back, and though I'm not like a massive sway back fan, I like the case sway back. That looks to be the one I'll be getting soon. So
Yeah, that little sway back, I think it's the size that has it going for it. I think a bigger sway back is a bit uncomfortable in a normal grip. But the little sway back is just the most perfect little detail knife.
yeah, it's a great design, I think.
I think so too. Hey, Stuart, I see you're here. Yeah, El Phoenix was talking about the knife laws in Arizona, and I really think the knife law in Arizona should be the knife law everywhere, which is
Well, you can have whatever you want.
well, basically what it says under their statutes that a knife is not considered a weapon unless someone's using it in a crime.
Oh no.
And that
Oh no.
what happened to Tom? Where did Tom go? Shameless plug? Okay, let's see what you got, Junior.
Hello, I am Junior. My pappy is a member of RJ's regiment, and I encourage all of you to join RJ's regiment. Also, he has a spring store where you can buy like a water bottle or a travel mug or shirts or hoodies. Make sure and visit his spring store. Also, special deals. You can get a 20% discount on abkt.com using promotional code RJS. That's where you can get some really fine Roper knives. Also, RJ has an affiliate link with Sharper Edges, where you can find great brands, many brands of knives, including Elk Ridge. And, you get like a 10% discount when you go to their website, and you can sign up and get like 10% off these fine cutlery products. Also, for all of you across the truck, you can purchase Schrade, Old Timers, and Uncle Henry's and Imperials at www.blades.co.uk. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Junior. Where's your pappy at?
He stepped out for a moment.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we did have Warthog asked, "What's the laws on fixed blades in the UK?" And he says, "I imagine you can own them in your home." And also, the Last Ranger will tackle that one too. He said that if you're hunting, that are you allowed to carry?
Okay.
Yes. If you're hunting, yes, which is it's the same sort of law as bushcrafting. You're out, you're using it. It's a tool for what you're doing, but you can't carry them just in the street regularly. You're a criminal if you do that.
Right. Even if you're not committing a crime, you're just a criminal.
Yeah, yeah. You're just a flat out criminal straight away.
And the other thing is, a lot has to do with intent.
Yeah,
If you've got a
think
bushcraft knife strapped to your side and you're walking to the camp, there's a good chance you're going to get stopped and it'll take it off you. But you put it in the bottom of your bag where it's out of the way. It's not easy to get to. There's no intent. You're taking it to there. So, I mean,
right.
Again, a lot to do with a policeman's discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like as long as you're not being stupid with the knife and trying to wave it around or whatever, then you're not going to get stopped. I carry knives that are way bigger than the law says here, but I've never been stopped because they're either in my pocket or in my bag. You just don't be an idiot and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a kind of just a life rule. And if you're not being an idiot, why would the police want to stop you?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So Warthog says that's the law in Michigan too. It's all about intent. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things that is hard to prove what your intent is.
I've yet to see a Sabenza in a police lot for an attempted stabbing.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Just classic SDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic SDs and like
Right.
real. Well, it's normally just all the knife crime in the UK is just like kitchen knives. It's never anything other, which is why I don't get why we're all lumped into one big thing.
Yeah. Kitchen knives are zombie hatchets.
That's
Right.
it. That's all it is.
Yeah. There you go, Tom. You need to check with Junior and see if they have the Boo-A knives on that site.
Oof.
Junior! I don't know. I'll try to get a hold of him and ask him. Well, knives we haven't shown for a while. That's about to change. I've already shot my Way Back Wednesday video, so I'm giving you a little preview here. Thanks, Warthog, for that Way Back Wednesday open tag. So this is the K-Bar Hunter, model 1232, and I think it has like a 4-inch blade on it. The best thing about this knife is it was free. Somebody found it and gave it to me. I think it's still in production. I was able to order a new sheath, a replacement sheath from the K-Bar website. So
Oh, nice.
it has a nice little sheath for it. So you can get the details in my upcoming video, and also kind of paired with it. And I have not really done a full review on it yet. And that's the K-Bar Mark I USN. I want to say fighting knife, but I think they referred to it as a deck knife. So you can see the round pommel on it. Again, a throwback or to Ideal or to Marbles and their Ideal knife, which K-Bar and many other knife companies kind of copied their pattern from. So
that would make a really nice bushcraft knife.
It is. Reading the reviews, a lot of people do use them for that. So it's not a fighting knife or a survival knife, if you will. It's more, they said it was a deck knife that sailors would wear on board ship. So good for all kinds of good cutting tasks.
Yeah. So Gary wants to know if they have easy to find hobos in the UK. Is that it?
Yeah, they're pretty readily available at your local train station. And that's not a joke either. I'm being very serious.
Thank you, Rick. Rick joined as a new member of the regiment. Fantastic.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you very much, Rick. I appreciate that. That's very cool.
Right.
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna
happy to get.
yeah, everyone in the regiment, be sure to roll out your little emojis, and
Salutes.
tanks, and all that other fun stuff that we got. And remember, there's going to be we're going to do a giveaway for the regiment. So watch for that. Watch for that video coming out. Oh, we got another shameless plug from Tom.
Yeah, just real quick. Warthog had started the open tag of Way Back Wednesday, and he kind of clarified in his last video that he's considered anything way back being 20th century and earlier. So from 1999 on back,
Right.
a lot of people thought, you had to have something from like 1910 or something like that, and that wasn't his intent. So all those channels out there, why please participate in Way Back Wednesday.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we got pocket knives and harmonicas here in the chat. And do you have a channel, or are you just commenting? That sounds like a channel name to me. So definitely something that I'm not aware of. So let's see if it's something that you need a shout out or something. We can definitely get that going.
And I'm trying hard here to get all the channels recognized here in the the talk box. If I've missed a channel, please let me know.
Yes, he is a fledgling channel, the Pocket Knives and Harmonicas. So
okay, let me see if I can find your link here.
We'll definitely have to go figure out that. And then Byron Kennedy says the K-Bar 1232 was his first knife from his father as a hunting and fishing knife when he was 11. So that is very cool. Anytime you get a knife, or you still have a knife that your dad gave you, that's special for sure.
Yeah, well, on that subject, I actually have one handy if you want to check me out.
Absolutely.
Let me just rearrange the camera. Magic.
Nice.
So this is the knife I inherited from my father. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Because I can't see myself anymore. So it's his old style Bowie knife. He's got his name engraved in there. He had it when he was about 18, I think, when you could actually use the knife in the UK. There's no sort of brand on it, on the tang stamp or anything. Like literally nothing at all. It's all plain, but it does have some nice finger grooves on it. Full tang, which is nice. And I give it a bit of a clean up when I got it. It wasn't like really rusty. It was sort of like a bit of loose brown rust on there, but lightly polished it off and giving it a nice edge. And it's just one of those knives you inherit from family members. It's just going to be in the collection forever.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it's one I bring out, not sort of to like use. It's one of those ones, you just sort of pull a knife out and mess around with it because, it brings back, sort of memories of when it was given to you, things like that. Yeah, this is a special one for me.
Yeah, that's definitely very cool.
Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of history as well. I mean, when he was 18, it was probably early 70s, so roughly how old it is. No idea the brand. He doesn't know. He can't remember. But yeah, that's my sort of one. Thanks, RJ.
Very good. Very good. We see we have 1 minute knife reviews is here, and definitely give him a sub if you can. Go ahead, Tom, with your shameless
just real
plug.
Quick. We got Michael Morgan's in the house. He's taken over the moderating duties. And I think we just need to take a second here and recognize him for all his hard work.
Yeah.
Coming here every Sunday and doing the moderating here at RJ's Knives Live. Thank you so much, Mimo.
Yes. Thank you, Mimo.
He does it to so many channels. He's just a real worker.
He is. He really is. And I feel honored that he comes by to moderate.
Yeah.
For me. It's really awesome that he's there, and he has his own channel too. So be sure to turn around and sub to him and give him some support. It's really cool that he does that. Oh, and I see Sog Grunt is in here too. Nice. So, all right, who is next with something? Anybody?
I got something.
You got something? A little something?
Yeah.
Something?
So the theme this week was supposed to be knives we haven't shown for quite a while, and
yes,
so I tried to find some things that were I had not mentioned for quite some time. Cold Steel. They were into the traditional game, and they have released a few patterns, sow belly and also trapper. So let's take a look at that. Got this beautiful blue smooth bone from Cold Steel.
Nice.
And they are very, very much like the older style Rough Riders. I would say they were probably made by the same OEM. So all the blades are very, very similar to what you would get. And the nice thing about them is they don't have the swedges on them.
Yes.
I hadn't gotten obsessed with these swedges. And so yeah, really nice set of 3 sow bellies. They also made a yellow handled one and a jigged brown bone. So if you're into cold steel and don't mind paying a little bit more to have a sow belly, I think these were around $30 retail. So just something hadn't gotten a lot of show in the recent past. So thought I'd show that one. Do you want me to go again, or do you want to go on to something else?
You can go if you have something. That's fine.
All right, let's do this. So this is a John Primble, and this was made by what's the one in Kentucky? Can't remember the manufacturer there, but the one out of Kentucky. They're in the United States, and they have this.
Is it Bear and Sons?
No, that's
they're
in
in
Alabama.
Alabama, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I'd have to see the box again. I don't have a lot of knives from them, but they did produce this one, and this one's really nice. It's actually a Whittler. So you got 3-spring design, and it's just a full 3-spring all the way across. It doesn't do the split type thing. You can see that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then it's got a little different blade set. A really unusual kind of spade blade that you guys might enjoy. More of a thin style spade blade on it. Not one you see every day.
Yeah.
And then, of course, being the Whittler design, you got the main blade in the middle. I think this thumb thing may have to go. So, got this, I guess got a little bit of a blade edge on there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Steel. Let's see if we can read that tang stamp. What does that say? There you go. John Primble.
There
you go.
Manchester,
Ohio.
Yeah. So is that the Cooper Cutlery Weed and Co. type?
No. They're I can't remember the name of it. Again, I think it's out of Kentucky somewhere. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
The Primble was from the original Ohio, but this isn't like an old Primble that was made there.
Yeah.
There's your little Skinner blade. So yeah, just a really nice little sow belly Whittler.
Yeah, it is cool.
Happy with it. You don't see a lot of the 3-spring type. So.
No, and Rick said you have the best sow belly collection around.
I appreciate it, Rick.
That's pretty good. Okay, you ready to go, Tom?
Sure, just real quick. I think this has only been on the channel once a while back. I got a Colonial electrician's knife here. And this was gifted to me from Big J. So thanks again, Big J. It's got these really brown covers. You can't really see it in this light. It almost has like a tortoise shell appearance. And it's cover material I've not found on an electrician's knife before. But
is it Bakelite, Tom?
I'm not sure. It could be Bakelite too. It really could. I hadn't thought of that. But all I know is it's in really good condition, mint condition, like it was never used. So just a really nice Colonial.
Nice.
We'll take a look at the. There's the screwdriver blade to it. So yeah, I have kind of a small collection, sub-collection of electrician's knives. And
is that a wire stripper at the bottom of the screwdriver?
Yeah, that's what this is supposed to be for.
Right yeah.
There. Yep. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's a liner lock. So kind of the PL29 pattern, the old original government contract. And if you want to watch a good video, I'll do another shameless plug. If you want to see a good video on electrician's knives, TK did a fantastic video going over the entire history of the electrician's knife, the TL29, and had copies of the schematics and diagrams and all that good stuff. So good job on that one, TK.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's a question. Wonder if Tom from Knife Delights has picked up the Buck Saunter.
I have not.
Love to hear your thoughts on that. I know that Matt has one.
Yeah, I was speaking to him actually. He commented on my video, Pocket Knives and Harmonicas, about that.
Well, do you want to talk about your Buck Saunter there, Matt?
I've got it somewhere. Hang on.
What sort of price was it, Matt?
I got it from Lamnia. It was in the UK. They want like over 140 quid for it. But I got it from Lamnia for about 70, and then there was about £5 postage. So it was about half price, which has come from a Finnish company.
Yeah, that's good. That's really worth it for that knife. It's lovely.
Yeah, 154 cm blade steel, made in the USA. So there's black sort of canvas micarta, and it's not smooth like a lot of the newer knives. It is sort of like, you can't really tell, but it is really, really grippy, which is nice. It's pretty much what I would look for in a sort of a work knife. It's quite a small handle, but you can sort of choke up on it and quite secure. And what it does remind me of, as well, I did say in my videos, it's kind of got that sort of canoe pattern to it, sort of. You know, you've got like the higher bit here, and then it does ramp up here again. And it does hide the tang when it's closed, which is quite nice. Yeah. It doesn't catch on your pocket and things. But I think it's definitely worth it. I know Gary, the last Ranger, got the S30V, I think it was, the exclusive one they did in 2022. But I wasn't prepared to pay that to come to the UK, so I waited for this one to come out. But it's got the Boss heat treat on this 154 cm. So
yeah,
the edge lasts for ages, and it came razor sharp out of the box. It's a really nice knife. It's really, really well built. No faults with it at all. Tiniest little gap here, which I could probably just solve by tightening the screw, but it's never bothered me, so I didn't bother. I pretty much carried it every day for like a week and a half, because I wanted to sort of test it out. I've been really happy with it. Anyone's interested in it, I would just go and get it.
Yeah, Byron is asking, is it recently discontinued model? I don't know. Anybody have any comments on that?
I can have a look.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully not.
Here's the thumb, man.
Yep. Is that?
Yeah, we got Tom and Thumb.
If you turn it around, then I guess we'd have the thumbnail. So there we go.
Yeah, that's a Saunter. That's a neat little piece. Really happy with.
I really like
found it for that kind of price. That was smart getting it from Lamnia.
Yeah, I'm just having a look on the Buck website now. There's nothing on there that says it's discontinued. There's a drop point and a clip point, both $127.49.
Oh, okay.
So that was a really competitive price you got it at from Lamnia. What about 85?
Yeah, really good price.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it says, the micarta is new, the carbon fiber is discontinued.
Yeah, the carbon fiber was the 2022 sort of limited edition. I know Gary, the last Ranger's got a video on that. I did watch his video on that just before I bought it. But that was like S30 steel, and that one was like a limited number, but I don't think this is discontinued anytime soon. It's quite new.
Yeah. Well, here's another pattern that I don't really show a lot. I've only got a couple of them, and that would be the muskrat pattern. And so I have this one here from Rough Rider. This is in their High Plains series with the bone, and it's got the swedge and the swedged blades, the clip point blades, match strike pulls, and the same blade on both. It has a brass liner inside, if you can see that. But I also have the Roper model of it, and I really like this Roper model. I really like these clip blades compared to the clip blades here. And this is a matte finish, and this is a mirror polish, micarta handle. And also inside there's no internal liner. I mean, it is down inside. they're in the channel, but this one goes all the way to the top. So kind of a difference in how those are constructed. But really like this knife. I just don't show it enough. But more goodies than not. Another one that I have neglected to show a lot lately is my good old Roper Pecos. This guy was gone for a while. Tom got a chance to test drive it, and he really enjoyed it. And this is just a really fine knife. Still like it. You still have yours, right, John?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's just one I haven't showed as often this last year, but one that Tom really liked. Oh, and Singing Toad is here.
Feel free to send it back there, RJ.
I just might.
Yeah, right.
You never know. You never know, Tom. Stranger things have happened. There you go. Now we're getting serious. This is the large shark finger. And I don't think it's been on the channel at all, and I've neglected it. And going through my knives, I just ran across it. This was gifted to me from none other than RJ himself. And RJ, I meant to do a review on this, and I haven't got to it yet. Well, that's okay.
So,
whenever you're ready.
And of course, there's the small one, and I can see. Look at that. I could learn to look over the top of them so I can see. I've been practicing. Yeah.
Yep.
So, just a classic knife design, isn't it?
It is.
That Persian style blade almost.
Yes.
It was rumored. I've heard rumors that back in the day, a lot of members of like the outlaw motorcycle gangs used to like to carry a shark finger. So, don't know if that's true or not, or if it's urban legend. But I'll tell you what, this larger one, that's a handful right there. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
now, don't they have a model called the Deer Slayer or something that's very similar?
Yes, the Deer Slayer is a little bit different, but it's a large knife also.
But it looks pretty similar to this, doesn't it?
I think it's a little bit different.
Is it? Okay.
But yeah, I don't because the large sharp finger is that same sharp finger design. I think the Deer Slayer is a trailing point, but I think it's a little bit different.
Okay.
I'd have to look at a picture because I don't have one.
Yep.
But they are pretty cool.
But if you're looking for a really nice skinner, or even you could use this for an EDC knife, but they're very reasonable.
Oh yeah.
Around what, $15, $20 somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that. I think the large one is around 25, and the regular one goes for around 20.
Yeah.
So, of course, we'll have to adjust for inflation.
Yep.
Oh,
all right. Here you go, Patty.
Here's one I really haven't showed for a while, and you can see it on here. It's a very the other side, it's the other left. This is a Queen City. You can let me see if I can get this. Yeah, I'm getting my hands all muddled. It says on it, it's very large writing, Queen City.
Yeah.
And then on the back of it, it says 2012. So I take it that's when it was made. But I got this specifically for the bone. Look at that bone.
That is wonderful.
That is hot. It's a bit different in the front, but not that much different. And that lovely bow tie. Huge big shield to go with the big writing. I'm not sure who made this. Was it Queen at the time that made it Queen City? So, but it's an absolutely super knife. Whatever it is, a swell center pen knife. I just love it. Beautiful knife. And I actually haven't carried this for a while. I'm going to put this in my pocket today. I think I will actually. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'll set that up there. So yeah.
Good stuff.
I've got one more if you want to see it. And this was a Ganzo, and one of my subs done all these little shamrocks on the blade for me. Can you see them there?
Oh,
yeah, we can see him.
That's
Saw
cool.
little shamrocks. I think it was brilliant. He put this beautiful bead on it as well, and he brassed all the hardware. And this is the Ganzo 727, I think it was, but this just drops. Fantastic knife. Although I haven't used it because you'd done all that work on it, and I didn't want to ruin it. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but just a lovely knife. And it was again, when I first started, I was buying more budget knives, and it was even more budgety than the Rat One. If you can see, very, very similar, but it's shorter by about, I would say, nearly half an inch, which makes it even more comfortable in the hand. I really enjoyed this, and then of course it had the Ganzo's lock. But I mean, there's another one I don't show as much. This is one of the old Rat Ones in Oz8, which was brilliantly heat treated. And again, I took the clip off this because this is my around the house work knife.
Right.
But I haven't used it for such a long while now. Lovely knives. It's nice just sometimes to look back at what you used to enjoy using.
Exactly. That's what I thought would be a good subject.
Yeah.
We all have knives like that then you look at them and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I missed this one. I forgot why I liked it.
In fact, I think the Rat One, have they now brought out a one with a S30V or S35 on it?
I do not know.
I'm sure I've seen something during the week they're bringing it out, which I think would be an absolutely fantastic. And it's in G10 and not their plastic handle. It's in proper G10. So yeah, worth a look out.
Thank you, brand new American. I see you just joined the regiment. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Thank you for that. And yeah, keep watching your YouTube feed. There's going to be some special videos coming out on that. What are you doing, John? Are you trying to put us in an infinity loop or what?
I was going to show this deer slayer here.
Ah.
Oh, good.
Okay, good. Let's take a look at that.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I can see the handle, but you can't see the blade really.
Well, I can't see what I'm seeing, so.
Oh, now I see.
There you go.
I tried it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It showed it for a second, but you can see that it was different than the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so it's a
John.
different shape.
Yep. Yeah, just a little different, a little narrower, not quite as much body to it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what you got there, Tom.
This is a little Camillus caper knife. And it came in a 2-knife package. Came with a longer boning knife. And it was like on the clearance aisle at Walmart here a few years back. I think it was $7 or $8 for the 2 knives. This is a fantastic little knife. I would love to carry it more for an EDC knife, but I can't stand the billboarding on the sheath. If only I knew someone that could make a leather sheath. But anyway.
Maybe if you knew someone that had a Sharpie.
Well, yeah. Ka-ching. Boy, the zingers are coming today, aren't they? But what a handy little knife. It's very lightweight. Nice handles here. Got some jimping on the top. Got a really nice choil there. You know, you can really choke up on that, as you should be able to on a caper. And I have taken this out and used it for food prep in the campsite. Just a handy little knife. I like a knife with a full handle, but a small blade on it. And that's what this is. Nice and lightweight. And I think it'd make a very good EDC knife if I can ever get a sheath made for it. Oh, there's J.O. Ventures saying send it on over.
There you go.
He doesn't know what he's getting in for. You know what?
I know.
We we're so blessed to have so many fine leather makers. So we got J.O. Ventures Outdoors, we got Richter Knives, Georgia Adventures. Who else am I missing here?
I think that's about it.
Okay, but yeah, just doing some fantastic leather work and sharing their talents with the community. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so nice that they're there and they do provide that service. Anybody can reach out to them either through YouTube or Instagram and get some nice leather work done if you need it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lancelot Leather. Yeah. Thank you, Gary, for
Lancelot Leather
about that. Oh, here we go. It's starting now. Byron wants to know: has Miss Tammy ever let Junior try his hand at leather working? On second thought, let JOVO tackle that. Sorry, Junior.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't let Junior near that stuff.
Well, I think because sharp tools are involved in that. That would be one of the things.
Yeah, it was bad enough letting him handle that trapper knife.
I thought someone was going to lose a finger.
Me too.
Okay. So where are we at now? You guys want to talk about something new, something old, something borrowed, something blue? There we go.
I've got something old.
All right, John.
So we got here is the peacock bone. You don't see a lot of those. I haven't seen a lot of them being shown.
I can't see one now.
Just give me a moment.
You need to bring it in frame, John.
Yeah, I'm just trying to focus it. Hang on, guys.
Okay.
So this is sort of a peacock bone, which is just sort of a greenish bone, and an older Rough Rider. This is their medium stockman. You can see the blade etch there. Always ready. Old style tang stamp. And really pretty handle. That matches pretty well.
It's a really nice green.
There you go. This is really
Rough Rider do a great job on their dyeing.
I just don't show enough of these medium stockmans. I've done a poor job of reviewing these. I need to get some of these up on review. So there's one. Again,
yeah, I would
shown
imagine
a lot
you have a fair collection of those as well.
Yeah, I have a number of them. I wouldn't say maybe a dozen, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That
better, Stephen, to get it in focus?
Well, oh, did I miss something there?
Yeah.
Good night.
Just go ahead and take a nap. No one cares.
Wow.
Here's an old knife I'm going to show. This was probably, I don't know, it's probably
was
one
it
of
your turn? I was thinking it was Matt's turn.
Oh, sorry, yeah, well, don't worry about that.
Go ahead. Seniority, yeah.
Just go, Stephen. Just get on with it, Stephen. Come on.
It's all right. I'm just giving you a hard time.
If I start crying, don't worry, audience. This is an HX Outdoors, which I bought back in my old Chinese buying days. Now I think they're actually on sale now in the US. I think you can get HX Outdoors, but I don't think you're going to get this model. This is a slip joint, and it's a titanium and D2, and this was for nothing back then. There's like a 3/4 stop, which isn't great, but it holds in the blade. It holds in the blade well, fantastic. Oh, there you go. Really thick, but it's like a work knife. It locks up completely brilliantly, but it was never sort of perfect, if you know what I mean. You've got that sloppy bit, but honestly, I think for the money, titanium and D2. I mean, I've never put oil or anything in that, and that's lay in my box for years, and it's still perfect. But a lovely forward choil for a full finger, great work knife, and at the time it's about 30 quid or something, and it's just one of them knives that has lasted and lasted. Beautifully comfortable handle. Anybody else heard of HX Outdoors?
No,
yes.
I no.
Yeah, it was the likes of GearBest and all used to sell them back in the day, but I haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah, you can get it on AliExpress.
Yeah, I think that's where I got it. Well, I think it was GearBest I got it from, but just one of those really good knives that cost nothing. Finish now, boys. Carry on.
Go ahead, Slippy.
Yeah, so I got something pretty old. I have shown it before on my channel, but I've not shown it very much. It's this old sort of Remington jack.
Yeah.
It's got like the Christmas scales, I believe it was called. And the tang stamp, I can't really get it to show very well. The tang stamp dates it to about 1930s era. And I picked this up off Dan from Blade Bridge. It was rather cheap, really, considering how old the knife is. But it's beautifully made. An older knife as well. There's no gapping at all. And carbon steel, so it takes a wicked edge. And the action on the knife as well, still after all that time, it's better than some new knives.
Yeah.
The pen blade's has been used to hell and back. I think that's been used more the flip point. Yeah, there's plenty of life left on it, but it's been used a lot. They take a wicked edge. I sharpen them with like a little tiny diamond steel. I imagine something similar to like C75 steel or maybe 1065, but it sharpens so easily. But this is a really nice old knife. It's one I've had in ever since I've had it, it's sort of been in my collection. It's one of those ones I don't really want to use, just about how old it is. So I sort of polished it up and made it all nice and shiny again, and I've just left it. But I thought the scales were really unique. That's why I sort of picked it up. I'm not sure what the material is. It kind of iridescent in there. You have to take it out in the sunlight to really catch it. But the shield's inlaid in there really smoothly as well. There's no transitions or anything. It's just really great. This is probably one of the oldest ones I've got in my collection. Yeah, I picked it up for a bargain. I think I paid like £30 for it, which is next to nothing in the UK for a USA-made Remington as well.
Yeah, it's a crazy price.
Yeah, it was one of those ones when I saw it go up for sale, and you have to snap it up there and then, or it's going to go immediately.
Right. Hey, Cheeto Bandito, he's here. There was a question about titanium. Why is titanium so desirable? Anybody have any comments on titanium?
I have a comment on it.
Okay.
For me, it was desirable when I first started collecting because it was sort of new, and it was at that price point that and you can't just quite afford it, so you really want it.
Right.
That was why it was desirable for me. And then I got a couple of knives in titanium, and I just thought, well, they're just grey slabs, and then just sort of went off it a bit. I've got maybe 3 or 4 knives in solid titanium, and I've just kind of gone off the style of it. This is, unless you get it anodized, you pretty much can have it shiny or dull. It's not something I would sort of go for anymore. I much prefer to have like a colourful G10, bone handles, wooden handles. For me, titanium is probably towards the bottom of my list now of what I'll buy. I don't know if anyone else feels the same.
Well, they don't really use it a lot in the traditional slip joint.
No, it's all modern stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really only in the modern knives.
Yeah,
I don't really look at it as something that makes it a lot more desirable for me. I look more at like what the blade steel is, because titanium is usually used in the handle construction. So some things are lightweight because of it. Of course, titanium is strong, but it's not one of the things that I look for particularly in a knife. But
I think when titanium's done well, it's nice. But I'm like you. I've got about three knives that are all titanium. That's it, including that one that I don't even use. But I've got 2 lovely ones that I do like in the titanium.
Yeah.
But because I like slip joints, goes out the window, as Matt said.
Right.
Just seems like a premium material that they use to kind of upscale the knives, and that I would agree. Just sort of in the modern realm, it's more. I won't speak to it because I think people who are more into modern knives would have a better understanding of why they use what they use there. But
like my collecting as well right now is like fully traditional, so it's not even really a thought for me to go and get one.
Right. Okay, Tom, you had a knife?
I do.
See what we got going on there.
I have not shown this one, maybe a collage of knives. This is just a very fine example, fine specimen of, I guess, what you would consider to be a watch chain knife. A lot of gentlemen used to carry little small knives such as this, a little two-bladed jackknife. This is made by Colonial. It has threaded bolsters on it. Still has the clevis with it here. And it's almost in mint condition. There's a little bit of blemish on the blades and that, but the covers are still in very fine shape.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure. This end narrows down, but I think as fat as it is up here, I'm not sure if that's what would be considered a sleeve board pattern or if it'd be a torpedo. Does anybody know? Has anyone heard of a teardrop? You think it's a teardrop? Okay.
Sleeve board.
You think it's sleeve board?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I ran across the term of torpedo, a torpedo frame the other day, and I'm not sure what the difference between a torpedo and what a sleeve board would be. But I don't know. But it is a fantastic. Go ahead, John.
I just said same thing, different name.
Could be. Very well could be. But yeah, these are a lot of these old knives like this, and I'm assuming this is like from the 40s or 50s or somewhere in there. Again, it's a Colonial. So this is what a lot of gentlemen used to carry.
So that eliminates all of us from carrying one.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Is it my turn again? I don't know.
Sure.
I got this one
It
here.
can definitely be your turn.
Oh, go away from them. Hold on just a second. I always forget. There we go. Okay, so this is a brand that I don't think I've ever talked about. It's actually called a Red Head, and it was I think a brand that was only available at like Bass Pro Shops, something like that. It's kind of their house brand, I think, for a little while. But
yeah,
again, a 3-spring design. So Buck is not the only ones that ever made a knife like this. And this is an actual Stockman. And this is just like some, I don't know, ebony scales. It's a wood. It's very dark wood. It's difficult to see the grain in it, but it is a very dark wood. And just show the blade there. We got your spade blade. There's your clip. And there we go. So just your traditional style Stockman there, serpentine type. But this was one that actually predates the white sow belly that I've shown on occasion, and probably one of my oldest knives. I think I got this in the period before I really started getting back into knives, and so this may have been a Christmas gift for my wife, I want to say. It came in a little pouch. Here's the brand I'm talking about here, Redhead.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a pretty inexpensive little folder, but just think it's interesting that you get the 3 springs on this one. So there you go. Not one I've shown for many times.
So
it's funny.
Gary wants to know if you're wearing 2 pairs of glasses, John.
Yes, I am.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
I'm blind, Gary. I'm blind.
This is X-ray specs.
Singing Toad has a question. Probably you're the man to answer that, John.
What's this?
Is it still considered a Stockman when any knife brand either changes the blade styles or locations or the number of the back springs.
I mean, you still consider it a Stockman with the third spring, but you start getting into questions as to whether or not it's a Stockman when you change the blades. That's kind of where things get fuzzy when you start changing the blade styles. I don't think the location is not necessarily that important. But you do generally have generally speaking, have the sheep's foot in the middle, and then of course the main blade's always a clip point blade. So whatever the third blade is, it's usually in the back. If you're looking at it,
I have an example of that.
Yeah. There you go. There's one with the bottle opener.
So the Rough Rider Reserve Stockman.
Yeah.
So it just keeps the clip point, the sheep's foot, and then instead of that really ugly blade that no one likes, you get this really useful tool.
See, I would tend to call that just a multi-bladed knife rather than a Stockman.
Yeah. Well, it's a bastardization. Andy Armstrong loves to do those kinds of knives. So it's they call it what they want, but I don't think it's a true Stockman.
No, I think in Levine's book it does describe the Stockman, and I think it does go into the fact that if they go away completely from that pattern, they're just not a Stockman. They're a multi-bladed knife. I think that's the way Levine's describes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Singing Toad is saying that the reason he asked is he's seen Stockmans that have a pen blade instead of a spay blade for the third blade. And that seems to be common, especially in the smaller Stockmans, that they'll substitute a pen blade for a spay, at least.
I don't think the difference is great enough that you wouldn't call it a Stockman. And I've seen a lot of the old-timer knives do that, a lot of the old-timer knives.
Yeah, Uncle Henry, they got it on him as well, and they presume the same thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Tom. I know you're going to chime in on this.
I am. Any knife company can name any pattern, anything they want. So they could take a one-bladed jackknife and call it a Stockman if they wanted to. So, there's always going to be all kinds of opinions on whether it is truly a Stockman or not. There's no regulating committee that sets down exact definitions. So you have to kind of go with what is traditional. Now, it just so happens I was pulling up this Klaus Cutlery Stockman here, and of course it has a pen blade. And while I was researching this old knife, I came across the definition of a premium Stockman, and it said the premium Stockman is basically a cattle knife, except that it is built on a serpentine handle frame. So a cattle knife, I think, uses alternative blades or has like a file blade or something like that on a cattle knife. So there again, just to throw some more mud in the already muddy water. So you can discuss it in the talk box all you want, but there with these old traditional slip joints, it's hard to get an exact definition on many of the patterns.
Right.
But here's a knife I have not shown. I mean, I've reviewed on the channel a long time ago. I haven't shown it a lot. But look at that nice jig bone on there. So, and again, this was Klaus Cutlery, and they were founded as Elrya Shear Works by John and Henry Klaus in Elrya, Ohio. And they, in addition to this, they made a lot of cutlery, and they kind of branched off and specialized in like surgical type cutlery. In '67, they were taken over by Alco Standard Corporation, and then in 2004, the company was bought by Acme United, which is the same company that bought out Camillus. It's interesting. We talk about cutlery centers. In the 1920s, Fremont, the town of Fremont, Ohio, claimed 25 cutlery businesses and was known as the cutlery center of the world. It's believed that Case was contracted to make some of Klaus's slip joint knives. So, yeah.
You see, that company that took them over was called Acme. Have any of you got any knives with the company name on it, like Acme?
No, what they just buy out, other companies and use the license and use the name, and then they contract overseas to have them made. So
every time I hear that word Acme, I just think of the Roadrunner cartoons.
Yeah,
and the Acme stuff. I mean, it's a really old sort of thing of my childhood, and I would love to get a knife that said Acme on it.
Yeah. I don't think they have any coming out with that on their label.
That Bugs Bunny, same thing.
That's what Mimo, same Acme from the old Bugs Bunny. That's right.
Well, the one thing you can say is all the products from Acme actually worked. They just didn't work the way the characters thought they would.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, they never caught the Roadrunner, Gary. Never, ever.
Going back to the three-bladed Stockman with the 3 separate springs. I mean, the first time I came across it, I got the Buck. And I'll have to say, it probably adds a little bit of weight, but a Stockman isn't meant to be a light knife. It's meant to be a knife that's to go to work, or, you're not taking a Stockman out in your shorts. Well, I wouldn't personally, not the large Stockman anyway. But I mean, I've got to really like that Buck Stockman. It's a lovely, lovely knife.
Well, really,
I'm sorry, Patty. Can you say that?
What I was going to say is really when you look at saving weight on a knife. I mean, really, is one back spring going to break your load? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to add enough to a knife that you're going to pass up on it and carry a 2-spring knife over a 3-spring knife. It's kind of not much of a weight gain.
Yeah, I just think that you get 3 big blades that's on one knife. You're not going to dull that in a day, are you? Like you'd have to be doing something drastic.
Not at all. That's what I really liked about this Case Large Stockman is, you talk about a work knife. I mean, my goodness, this is a cowboy knife right here. You're gonna this is take it out on the ranch and work all day long. You're not gonna have any issues with anything. You got plenty of knife for all day long, probably all week. All right, here. Patty can't see. You can't see the talk box, Patty? I thought you could see it.
No, I don't do technical.
Oh, okay. Dang, Rick, do we have to talk about that? Rick wants to talk about enlarged prostates, but I think we don't need to go there. Although men's health is important, go get that stuff checked out. But
I gave him a challenge, RJ. I said, finish the sentence. My prostate is so big.
How big is it?
Yeah, we'll see if Warthog answers.
Oh my goodness. All right, there you go. Tom, save us and show us a knife. Oh, thumbs down from Thrifty.
Thumbs down from Thrifty?
Oh, no, thumbs up. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
The thumb does a lot of work with the prostate, so we got to make sure it gets
So I'm just trying to, I guess, butter up to the host here. Had to show an old timer here. This is the junior small Stockman. See there? Yeah, I hear that clicking there. I left earlier. I had to turn off my camera. I was checking out flights to Ireland, and they had like a 7-day package deal, and it said hotel included. And I just emailed them back saying, I already have lodging at Patty's house. How much is just a flight? So I'm waiting to hear. But there you go.
Doesn't take much to start the troubles off again here, Tom.
I'm concentrating on knives here, Patty. Although, here I'm feeling a wee bit Irish today. So,
Oh, okay.
so you got your little.
Gary wants to know if you have bifocals, Tom.
I do. What gave me away?
I don't know.
Like I'm always looking up to try to read the comments on my.
I do like Fitbit's comment that every time he watches this live stream, he wonders if we have to guess who Slip Joint Sawyer's father is.
Well, I had an old joke about a sailor and a parrot, but we won't go there.
Yeah, I know that joke.
You know that one?
I do know that one. Yeah, I like that one.
But
Warthog is answering your musical question. It can fit in the back of a U-Haul.
There you go.
Now there's a man right there.
I have no idea what a U-Haul is.
It's a removal vehicle, Paddy.
A U-Haul.
It's when you rent a big truck to move yourself. U-Haul.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a company that's here.
Yeah, you'll get around to the right words eventually. It's only been a couple of 100 years.
Oh,
look at that.
Thrifty's got.
Well, I'm a little tired of Tom. Need a break from him, so we're gonna send him. We're gonna get him there. We're gonna get him there a little quicker than it's taking too long. This process is just way.
Just
too
put the
slow.
stack in. Put the stack in.
Just
Man.
pile it in there.
If I
Don't
There
didn't,
goes my knife budget. There goes the
Wow.
knife budget. Goodbye, Tom.
I'm going to be more and more annoying. I didn't know it. It just took being annoying a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know how to shut down, but this will do it.
Patty, I'm starting to think you're not feeling the love here.
No. You just come over here. Sally, check U-Haul.
Of course, in Texas, they say travel U-Haul, y'all.
Yep, there
yeah,
you
this
go.
penny at a time stuff, just not getting it done fast.
Yep, we need to start a GoFundMe. Oh my.
Your next package, John, could go with a bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen, Dave. You don't have to worry about that. Is Thrifty Kniffy showing money at the screen? Is this show about to become X-rated when one of you has to start dancing? No.
No.
100% no.
Yeah, that just ain't gonna happen.
Old white men don't dance.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, young ones too. Young ones too.
Here's a moose pattern.
No,
I don't
you're
really show
included.
that much. I only have one moose, and this is it. So I don't know if anybody else has a moose, but I know some people really like the moose pattern. It is something that I thought I might like a little bit better than I did, but I don't really care for this one as much. And of course, this one has the totally funky spay blade. The
Was that
Texas
prompted
spay.
by the cache?
The cache is pretty cool. This is the Easy Money series from Rough Rider, so it's the shredded money, and I liked the idea of the shredded money series. Since I work a lot with different financial institutions, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, if I send you this knife, Tom, you can melt the plastic off of here, and maybe you can put together a bill. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you were somebody that liked hunting, then we tree rats, that would be a great little Skinner blade for a squirrel.
I suppose it would be. Another one that I think doesn't get shown enough on my channel, but one that everybody loves is this single-bladed copperhead.
That's nice.
Yeah, I love the arrow shield and the way they did the stone wash on the CV blade. And a lot of people they don't get enough of seeing that one. Another one that I have that's a copperhead is in this Rogers jig bone pattern. And You don't see too much of this pattern anymore from Case, and I'm wondering if they've stopped making it. I don't know. They used to have a whole family of knives in this jigging, and I've been looking for others that they seem to be kind of hard to find. Of course, with the two-bladed copperhead, you get this, really nice pen blade, which is just a really useful size blade, I think. So
We got a question there. You wanna handle that one?
Rick warmed up to the pattern, and so they want to know what makes it a moose. That I don't know what makes it a moose versus a muskrat, because I have the muskrats here. Let me grab that one. But with a moose, it is the same type of thing where the blades are opening out at each side of the knife. But then this has what I was told is called a Texas spay blade. Why, I don't know, but it comes with a clip blade, and I do like the clip on here quite a bit. It's this blade here that I have not really warmed up to. Now on the muskrat, it opens the same way that you have a clip point on both sides, and so this was your traditional skinning blade. And for somebody that likes the spay blade, here's a Roper trapper. So I have no problem with the spay blade like that. But then when I look at this one, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
See, the way you look at that, the Easy Money spay blade, is the way I look at every spay blade.
I've noticed that, Matt.
So that's so now you know how it feels.
So you're saying that that's going to cause me to have empathy or sympathy for your situation?
No, I don't
It's not
expect
going
that
to happen.
No, but back to the moose. I think the thing that really makes it a moose is it's sort of like the reverse Congress shape, isn't it? They get bows up rather than bows down, and the two separate blades. If you look at the handle compared to the muskrat.
Okay, so let me close the muskrat. Okay, so you have like a kind of a straight frame, not too much serpentine.
Yeah, and then
definitely has a bow to it.
Yeah, I think that's literally what it is. It's just like the bow-shaped frame and the two separate blades, one on either end. I think that's literally
that's probably it. I don't have a copy of Levine's guide, so we'll have to have someone that has Levine's guide to.
I have, but I don't read.
It's not in there actually.
Why did they give a book to a guy who don't read? Well, it has lots of pictures.
I bought it. I thought there'd be more pictures.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so Pepper Dingo says he believes a moose is an opposite end trapper. That may be. So I don't
pretty
know.
much.
All right.
I'll give
Oh,
you
there you go. That's true.
If you want a definition?
Yeah.
You want the definition that I have here?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now this is from Knife Magazine.
Okay.
It says a double end jack with two large, equally long blades, a moose with serpentine handle frame. So, doesn't give you the best description there, but the double end jackknife with two large, equally long blades.
I think this is another Stockman Avenue.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't really differentiate that from a muskrat when you call it that. So it's kind of a weakly defined knife, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I've seen some different ones because I know that Case makes a moose pattern, and theirs is different than the Rough Rider pattern. But just like the copperheads are different between Case and Rough Rider. So I don't know.
Eddie, come on.
Come on, Eddie.
Good boy.
Good boy.
All right, here's a good question. Oh, it must be snack time.
It's snack time. Today's choices are jelly cream pies, strawberry, or honey buns. They named this after you, Patty.
They're still as tight as a drum.
So what do you say? You want a honey bun?
Oh, yes, please. I've just got a nice cup of hot tea here.
There you go.
That'll do me.
How about everyone else? Honey bun or jelly cream pie?
I didn't like how the one that you sent to me last week arrived in the mail, so I'm not gonna join in.
So no one
I'm
else.
still waiting. I'm still waiting for mine, so I don't know what's going to look like when it gets here.
I bet you the customs guys still have it.
They probably ate it.
I'm still pulling splinters out of my tongue from last week, so I'll pass.
It might be that the what is it called, the NIH over there, they might have confiscated it at the border. They don't want you to have that. They don't want you to have that.
That's the Royal NIH.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Did you want another definition for the moose there?
Yeah,
Got a little
Gizmo
more.
just gave us one. I don't know if that looks.
It's a little different from that, but
Okay,
yeah,
well, go ahead.
it all kind of goes together there. It's not contradictory or anything. This is from A.G. Russell. A.G. Russell. He has a little encyclopedia style thing on his website, and it says moose is the same thing as a Texas Jack. They're kind of one and the same, and it describes it as a knife with a full side blade at each end. So it doesn't specify the blade, just that they're both full size blades. So there you go. That's what I got for you.
Yeah, which is different than the Texas Jack that Case makes.
Mm-hmm.
That
exactly.
opens. It has two blades on the same side, and one's a clip and one's a pin.
Right, just further muddying the waters.
Exactly.
Yeah. So really, we're being no help at all to anyone. We're just being more confusing.
Well, no, I don't think so.
No, we're just showing you how muddy the waters are. We didn't muddy. We were already muddy before we got
over here. Yeah, we're just re-muddying it.
I see that clearly now.
Yeah, I don't think so, Rick. Rick asked the question if anybody has a Case 6270 sleeve board pattern to show.
I do.
No, but I do have a very nice sleeve board.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Let me try to find it here. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. I accidentally pushed the solo button. Sorry, Tom. I thought you were ready.
No, I'm looking for it. Hopefully, I can find it.
Keep on hunting. We did also have another question from Chad, who said, "What is the best way to fix a nail breaker?" So you get a knife.
About the best thing you can do for that is to put the blade in a position where the spring is most extended from the base of the knife, and just kind of leave it there and hope for the best. But you're just basically trying to stretch the spring by doing that. If you've ever seen like knives that are in those display boxes, the tins,
yes,
you should probably never leave them like that if they're open like that. But
yeah, like this sort of thing. You sort of leave it like this.
Just kind of leave it in the half-cocked position and where the spring is most extended from the base, and then it will stretch the spring. That's your best chance at like maybe making it a little easier to pull.
Other than that,
other than doing
nails.
some grotesque pulling and yanking and that sort of thing.
It might take me a few minutes, RJ. I don't know where it's at, but I'll look for it.
Well,
I got another knife I haven't shown for a while, or actually don't think ever.
Okay.
I know it's a favourite of a lot of people on it. It's the Queen Wharncliffe.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
It's a fantastic knife. It's nice and simple, really. And I think I might have my own cracky. I think it's got a crack. It has got a crack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty common.
Got my very own cracky. I only picked this one up maybe about a month ago. But I know a lot of people, like, it's been on a lot of people's channels and stuff, but it's one I'm yet to show. But it's pretty much worked its way into being a favourite. Budget knife, and comes with a walk and talk. Just like this. I don't know what else you can really ask for.
Yeah.
The best looking bone on any budget knife as well. I know we talked about this before, the bone. You can't really get anything better than that on a sub $30 knife. in my opinion. Anyway, I can't think of another series you can get it like that on. No gaps at all in the springs. Pretty much an all-in-all fantastic knife. The only downside with mine is the blade's pretty much way off center. It's not touching, but it's pretty far over there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it is what it is. It's not one I'm going to send back. I'll just keep using it.
For what you paid, are you going to complain?
No, definitely not. Not for that sort of price with that bone on it.
All right.
And the amount of times it's out of stock because it's such a good seller. I guarantee if I sent it back, they'd be like, "That's the only one we've got, and there's no more in stock." So I'll just deal with it.
I think that's some of the nicest saw cut bone on any knife, any price range.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's take a look at what you have there, Tom.
So there's a very classic sleeve board pattern right there. This happens to be a Whittler. And this was made by W.H. Morley and Sons out of New York. And they went out of business in 1927. So they were in business like 1901, somewhere in there till 1927. So, it's 100 years old or more. Just got beautiful. I've shown this before, but just beautiful iridescence there on the mother of pearl.
Oh, I adore that knife.
And again, this is my first sleeve board that I came across, or that I know as a sleeve board. And of course, it's a sleeve board because, like on your ironing board, you'll have a board to turn out. So when you're ironing your long sleeve shirts and stuff, you can slide your sleeve up it. That's why it's called that. And of course, it's got the drop point blade there. And then it's got a pen blade there. And the third blade is pen blade shaped, but it's actually a file. Nail, like a nail file.
Why would they have that on a Whittler?
I don't know. But it is a Whittler because you see how thick that main blade is?
Yeah, I can say it's a Whittler. It's just I've never seen a Whittler with a nail file on it. Boy, that's a good thick stock.
So basically, a Whittler is the main blade uses both the back springs, and then the smaller blades, which is like maybe a pen and I'm going to say a coping blade or something. They use the individual spring. So yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, that's just it is beautiful condition.
That's my kind of knife.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that one that Warthog is talking about, the 6270, it's a sleeve board, but it looks like an elephant toe.
Really?
It's a great big thick blade on there. So take a look at that when you get a chance. Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, definitely one that's rare, that's for sure. Okay, so I guess I will go next. I guess a couple of knives that I have not shown. Warthog says nail file, typical 20s cutlery. Congratulations on that one, Tom. And Stuart says he does not see that Levine mentioned a moose knife. He has one picture of a muskrat with a clip and a normal spade blade. It's called an outdoorsman knife by the maker. That makes sense. But a couple of knives, like I said, that I haven't shown very much at all is my first two Rough Riders. So I have this beautiful canoe. This was my first canoe style knife, and this is in their titanium series. So they have the black coated blades, and this bone was a lot blacker when I first got it, but it's just kind of grayed out naturally, and it's a lot more of a brownish gray color than a black. But still, this was my very first canoe, so I was really excited when I got this one and thought it was really neat. The other one I got was my first copperhead, which is in the red jig bone. And so I thought that this was just a really cool knife. And you got the nice Turkish clip there with the reverse frost of the red pick bone on there. But yeah, those were my first two Rough Riders and got me sent going down this rabbit hole of traditional knives that I still haven't come out of, and I don't want to leave.
No, I'm still very much in the traditional rabbit hole as well. I don't see myself leaving it anytime soon.
Yeah, me either. Oh, that'll be nice. Rick's going to show his 6270 on his 2 for Tuesday. That'll be awesome.
Cool.
Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Oh,
Let John go. You did. Yeah.
oh, I didn't know if you were ready, Steve. Okay. So I haven't shown this one much, but just your mariner's knife, and
Yep.
get the wonderful rope spike here, marlin spike anchor on the jig bone there. Great little tool if you got a knot you need to undo.
Absolutely.
You get some work boots or something, you get in a jam with your laces.
Do you know what it's actually good for? I've used it for stones in your tire tread.
Yeah, that'd be good for that. Yeah. Really nice. I almost kind of wish they had this without the marlin spike. Just a longer little ram's foot blade. But there you go. Mariner's knife. Haven't sewn that one for quite a while.
Yeah, nice knife.
Yeah, the bone's really nice on that one. Like Rough Rider do a great job with the bone.
Yeah, that's just an example of, like, stuff that's a little different from Rough Rider. They do so many cool little patterns and stuff. Not one that I would get a lot of or anything, but just nice to have an example of a knife like that. And got another one. If you're,
Yeah.
You guys were talking about sleeve board style elephant toe there.
That's right.
You can see the taper there. It's a little larger at one end than the other.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
And I know Steven's not a huge fan of these, but
Is that a marbles?
the blades don't protrude quite as bad as they do on like
the
other. So
is that a marbles, John?
yes.
Okay,
Marbles.
I've got that one too. Then I guess I never noticed the taper. I guess didn't look at it that close. Maybe.
Actually, no. This is a Rough Rider. I'm sorry, it is a Rough
Oh, I
Rider.
was going to say because mine's equal ended. So
Yeah, there you go. So there's a larger blade. Got the long pull on that,
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
and then take a quick peek at the smaller blade. Not quite as uncomfortable to use that on that.
Uh-huh.
You can see.
Yeah, it's still not going to get me.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be,
Yeah.
it's not going to win you over, but yeah.
When they're a single blade, they're an amazing knife.
Yeah, I do like that 1 in 5 billion that you have. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Really is good.
1 in 5 billion.
I'd like to find one. I haven't been able to find one. They don't have them here, I guess, as much. But,
No, I think you'll get them on AliExpress or
okay.
GearBest.
All right. I'll give that a shot.
you got
Okay.
one ready, Slippy?
I thought Steven was ready. You had one, Steven?
You ready?
Yeah, I
Steven?
just
Go
don't want to get counted in this this gang here.
I know. Let me get you before they cut you out again.
Here's my favorite steak knife. This is in buffalo horn. This is a Lethers,
Yeah.
and this is just the most beautiful steak knife. I don't even know whether it's UK. It looks longer than 3 inches. No way. Yeah, it's about 3.5 inches. cutting edge on it. So, but I just love this knife. I use this in the house all the time, and I don't show it because half the time it's be sitting in the front room or whatever. But just a gorgeous knife, and you can see the imperfection on the bone here. They didn't try to pop it all out; they've left it in it, which is nice character. Well, that's what I mean. But you can actually, if I get the, you can actually see the lovely blonde on the inside of that. Buffalo horn. It's not doing it justice, but such a comfortable and beautiful steak knife.
Yeah, I really like their stuff.
Yeah, the Thurs are lovely. It's a bit pricey, but you know what I mean. I'm worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Tom, you should buy him another one.
Okay.
So you were ready, Matt? You had something?
Yeah, I got something I've shown for a while.
Okay.
So for me, I've got the Case Barlow in there, the classic yellow. Is it Delrin they use still, or is it synthetic? I'm not sure. The yellow synthetic.
They're listing them as synthetics now, so I don't think it's actually the Delrin, but
it's a really good example. The fitting finish on it was brilliant. There's no gaps at all. Everything's smooth. But this is one I carried pretty much non-stop when I first got it, maybe about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
It's had a lot of use. I can see some of the bolsters all scratched up. It was just one of those ones I could chuck in my pocket. I bought it to be sort of a working knife. That's why I went for the synthetic handle rather than any sort of bone. But it's got a fantastic walk and talk on it. It comes with a nice little pen blade as well, which is really useful. Just wish they would do more knives like this in their carbon steel or the CV steel. Nothing against their synthetic, their stainless steel even. I just prefer the carbon steel. I know a lot of people prefer the carbon steel.
Yeah,
I think as a sort of a working man's knife in Case, you can't really beat the Barlow.
Oh yeah. The only problem that we had with the Case Barlow is that it was a vault pattern, so they just did it for the 1 year. And I really wish that was something that was available, all the time.
Like all the time.
Which are great.
That is one of the most stupid ideas anybody ever came up with, making a Barlow a vault pattern.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a trapper, a Barlow, they're knives everybody wants.
Yeah. Right. I think one of the best things about the Case one as well is that swedging that I know that John mentioned earlier. It's just a nice clip point blade, simple with a nail nick, and that's it. And the tang stamp, nothing else. I think that's one of the best things about it, really.
Yeah, it's
everyone is sort of like abused swedging to hell. It's nice to get one without it.
Right. I agree. Yep, I was not paying attention to knife collecting at that time that it was out as a vault pattern, so I did not get one. So that's who knows if I ever will or not, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, we got some folks on here. I know Singing Toad is, I think he's enjoying seeing the different traditional patterns. Here's one here called the Lady's Leg. And this was made by Imperial Schrade. It's got the Faw tortoiseshell covers to it. Got really nice, what do you want to call them? Sculpted bolsters. Scallop, that's what. Thank you, John. You get 1 point for an assist. So, got your clip blade and little pen blade there. So just kind of a classy little pattern. I have yet to try it, but some say that you can use the shoe there for a cap lifter. I don't know. Never tried it. But Imperial Schrade did a pretty good job with this one. Got nice brass liners in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
one
another
pattern I've never sort of even looked at, really. I've never really looked at the Lady Legs again. It's just one of those ones you either love it or you just don't.
Well, my brother bought this for me, and I'd seen them on eBay and this and that, and I never paid any attention to them. It's kind of a novelty type knife in a way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now that I have one, it's kind of a neat pattern. It really is. So
that was the first knife I got my wife to carry.
A lady leg, yeah.
Lady leg, she loves it.
Yeah.
Still has it to this day.
So I see Warthog has a question on what is the vault pattern. Starting in 2017, I want to say, Case decided they can only have so many patterns out that they can make at one time, factory floor space and that. So they decided every year they'd bring out a pattern that they don't normally make that pattern for a year, and then quote put it back in the vault. So it's been 5 or 6 years now. They've been coming out every year with a vault pattern. I've got several of them. I think I got them all except for the Barlow pattern. But in a way, it's kind of gimmicky. It's a way to create interest. What's the new pattern for this year? So it creates some excitement in the collectors.
Yeah, it's done to push sales, isn't it, of a certain pattern?
Yeah.
Like, we've released this year. Give you 8,000 handle materials to pick from.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is true they can only have so much tooling out on the floor at one time. So I guess that's the idea behind it.
Take that stupid trapper away then.
What? Wash your mouth out, Patty. We don't allow language like that on here.
Stupid knife.
No, I do agree with Stephen though that the Barlow should be in every year pattern. I mean, it needs to be part of.
It should just be a mainstay, shouldn't it? It's
like this year the vault pattern was the small Congress. So
there you go. Was the lady leg pattern made famous by A Christmas Story? That was by the movie
because of the lamp.
Story, because of they had the lady leg lamp. Yeah, for those that weren't.
The pattern's much older than that.
Yep.
Oh, Tom got one, have it?
Do I have what? No, go ahead.
Yeah, Warthog, I agree. It's stupid.
Here's a lovely shot in Morgan that I don't show very much. Now, I bought this knowing it had a problem. It's in absolutely mint condition. It's beautiful, and I love the bone on it. Again,
are we sure that's your knife? It's way too clean.
Yeah, too clean for yours.
Yeah.
I've never seen such a shiny knife.
Yeah, I'm special. It's every good knife collector shines their blades, Tom. You know that.
Yep.
So this is a cigar pattern or equal end pen knife. It's got the most lovely little fat pen blade on it. It's nearly like a spear blade. It's beautiful. But this is the problem with this knife. It's got next to no retention, which is a bit sad, really, because it is such a lovely knife. I don't know whether it came like this. Personally, this was secondhand. But it's got that, again, a lovely spear, just whatever. It's just a gorgeous knife. But again, this is so weak. But unless you're somebody that's never used a slip joint and you're a bit worried, it never bothers me because I quite happily put this in my pocket. Because once I get my finger up there, that's not going to close on me. So I don't have any worries about that. And I think it's just something people who are maybe getting into slip joints is get them and find a way where you can hold it up in their castle here. And the knife's never going to, unless somebody hits it with a hammer on the back. But you'd like to think you'd spot him coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, we all talk about the pull and how strong it is, but it's definitely down to preference, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's just learning how to use the tool you've got in your hand because they're all different. There's none of them the same. But I just think this is stunning, and I love the cornerstone shield. I think that's just beautiful.
Yep, that's
really
the
Keystone shield. Yeah, the same one as on behind the Keystone.
Yeah, and the thing is, I got this for so much cheaper than what I would have got it if it had had a stronger back spring. But it's not going to bother me in the slightest. They're not loose that they're falling out or anything like that. It's never going to come, and it's in a slip in my pocket anyway. But that's another thing to look for if you haven't got a big budget. Buy second-hand old knives because you can get some beautiful knives, and because they've got a fault or a scratch, or you can get them so much more cheaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are quite a bit cheaper when you got broken blades.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying because eBay, like I always get lured into like a really nice looking knife that's got a good price, and then you get into the
Yeah,
auction and
but
you really look at the photos,
Yeah.
and then it's got a broken blade,
Yeah.
and you're disappointed.
I think we're all going to get them, but thankfully they're cheap and not expensive.
Yeah,
Right.
that's for
And it's
sure.
funny, that's something we don't talk about a lot. I think we should talk about more as a secondary market.
We can
You know,
talk
that
about
just
it
how
now.
much you can save.
Well, what's keeping you?
Unless if you want something to be a safe queen, the secondary market is fantastic for buying knives.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. It really is. In fact, why don't we do that for next week's show?
Yeah.
Well, let's get out your secondhand beauties that you've
Definitely, yeah.
gotten. That sounds like a fun show. So thank you, Patty. We'll do that next week. That's so now everybody knows what we're doing, and you don't have to read anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
Yes,
wouldn't want you to have to. We
Yeah.
don't want you to have to actually have to read. When
Sorry,
is Gary
Tom, I jumped there. I
coming
seen
on
your
to the-
knife moving up as I spoke.
I read all the time.
Yeah, when is Gary coming onto the panel next? Mattisfaction is asking. Well, Gary, I guess all you have to do is let me know, and you know you're welcome here. So that's
Hey,
not-
Mattisfaction, don't be jealous. He comes on our channel because it's a good channel. He just doesn't like your channel.
yeah, and actually, Mattisfaction, we need to get you on here too. That would be the thing to have. When are you available to join this little podcast, and we'll have fun with that. All
I would
right,
love to have you
Stinging
on.
Toad. We'll see you later. He's got to go. Go ahead, John.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't showing anything.
Oh, I
It's
thought you
Tom.
had a comment.
I
I thought
thought
you were saying something.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Well, I see
Tom has one up there.
Well, I don't think I've shown any buck knives yet today, so here's one
Okay,
that I
I'm
don't-
out. I'm out. We're cutting off his feed.
Okay. Man. All right. Anyway, this is one of their knives made overseas. It's called the Selkirk. This is the small Selkirk. They make a larger one, but it has a really nice removable handles or scales there. Got some jimping there on the top, and a very nice pommel there that you can design that way in case, because everybody, you're not supposed to, right? Everyone uses their knife to hammer something down, so they've got that nice flat piece there.
You know what that reminds me of is if you look at the end of an antler.
Yeah,
That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
to me.
yeah,
That's
So-
that's for crushing nuts, that one.
yeah. You
Yeah,
can
it's
use it for that.
a buck spay blade is what that.
Yeah, but obviously full tang. Comes in some sort of a plastic sheath here. Now the larger one comes with, I think, a fire starter and a whistle in it too, meant to be like a survival knife package. The small one does not. This can be, there's a little screw there, so you can take this out and you can move it around to the other side if you want to. And what's those? I can't remember those mounting hardware you can put on there. And there's a little screw there where you can tighten the tension on the sheath, tighten or loosen. So it's a heavy knife. I can't remember what it weighs, but it's got some weight to it. But really nice knife. Really
What's
nice
the
knife.
blade steel, Tom? Is it 7CR?
No, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and get back to you, Patty.
Yeah, I think that's some of the knives. That is a beautiful looking knife. And if it's 7CR, it's not that there's anything wrong with 7CR, but it's such a lovely knife. I would just want a wee bit of a higher blade steel, like a D2 or something, or
Yeah.
1095, that would be a dream.
I'll look it up here.
And I know Buck are changing. They're bringing in better steels now. They're coming up. They're bringing their models up to. And I just wish their lower model knives would do them first, because 1095 or 1075 would just make that knife a no-brainer. In my eyes.
That one was made overseas, so I almost said it's their standard 428C, but it's made overseas, so I'm not sure. So I'll look it up here.
Oh, no problem. That's usually their overseas is the cheaper bands are 7CR.
They use what is it? 420
J2.
Yeah, something like that.
Selkirk is 428C. Oh, there you go.
It is. Okay.
That's not bad now. That's not bad.
Well, see, 1 minute. This is one of the things that we got to talk about. Is that a lot of people think that we're only traditional knives, and that's not true. We do like modern knives as well. We have no problem with modern knives. So, although we do show a lot of traditionals because that's what we really do love, but there's nothing wrong with a nice modern knife like this one. And this one's actually a Rough Rider. I'll bring this up so you guys can see it. But yeah, we like and appreciate all kinds of cutlery. It does not have to be a traditional knife to be on our panel. That's for sure. Yep. John's got his ready to go too. But yeah, here's a Rough Rider. This is their two-tone liner lock. Looks a lot like a ZT. Has a nice drop shut action. It's got the flipper tab, and it has the thumb studs as well if you prefer that deployment method. But actually, it's an excellent knife. And these are still under $20. I think these are like $16.99 or something. So if you wanted to try out a modern knife, if you're a traditional guy, you can definitely try that one out. Let's see what you had there, John.
Just my standby. This is definitely one I showed a ton. The Ganzo 726. Just my everyday beater. And,
the good old Gonzo.
Just the good old gray Gonzo. So, yeah, nothing special. It's your little $22. But I love the axis lock on it now after I've broken it in. Really nice.
Yeah. Now I see, Maddie's got like 0 traditionals, but it would be kind of interesting to see what he would bring to show. Here's Tom. What do you got there, Tom?
See, even I can get into the modern world on occasion. So, there's the CRKT M21-14SF. Now, I know the M16, that was a very popular knife. They sold a ton of those. But this is the 21, a little bit bigger knife. And I actually carried this when I was on duty. Had this in my pocket, more of a tactical or tactical or whatever you want to call it type of knife. So it's kind of neat because you got the dual flippers there, and so when they're both out like that, you almost got like a small guard there.
Yeah,
but it's a well-built knife, extremely sharp. So,
yeah, Rick says it looks like a folding bolo.
Practically is.
It's I don't have an M16, but when you put it up next to it, the 16 looks pretty small.
Yeah, that looks like about a 5-inch blade, is it?
Well, let me see here. It's a 4-inch blade.
Right.
4-inch. Overall length here is about 9 inches overall.
Nice.
And it's got some weight to it.
Looks good. Looks good. So anybody that has a channel that wants to come on there, we don't care if you want to just show all modern knives. That's fine. It's like a palate cleanser for us because we like them all.
Yeah, even I get on the modern stuff. Originally, I got this here. It's the MKM Edge. It's like an ultra modern slip joint. It's like, well, it's like cyborgy almost.
Oh yeah.
Like milled out aluminium handles.
That's a Tom knife for sure.
Yeah.
Tom dreams of knives like that.
M390 steel, like this weird sort of tanto blade. It's really nice. It's just not. I got it as I was curious about it. It's not something I would really carry much. Like I have carried it occasionally, but my heart lies with the
It's because of that modified spay blade it has, right?
Oh god, here we go.
And hang on, let me just put it away. There we go. Right, okay, next.
Well, I can tell nobody got the memo because in the memo it said no discussion of spay blades today.
Dang it.
I wish I had gotten that memo.
Yeah.
Well, I
gotta live my life by that memo.
I gotta tell you, Patrick, thank you very much. What a nice compliment for me and the rest of the panel. That
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's amazing how much a couple of words mean, but it really does mean a lot.
Yeah, it does. Because we do this out of just a spirit of fun and everything. We're glad that you guys enjoy it as much as you do.
Yeah. So he just put out a video on blade rub, so I owe him a response.
Okay, hold on just a second, because Patty had a knife out. You know, knives have a higher IRQ. So go right ahead there, Patty.
It's funny. This is one of my high-end knives, and it's one that I don't really show that often. And I don't know why I don't show it that often. I think because a lot of people don't want to see your high-end knives. But I mean, this is a Cherbakov Stritch, which is a Russian maker, and he only sells from one shop in Europe when he makes his knives. Custom knife, handmade. It is one of the most beautiful blades. And the handle, it's like bronze titanium. And I love that look between the handle and the blade. And it has one of the most, it's like silk on the blade. It really is beautiful. Lovely liner lock. You could get it to be drop shotty because it's on washers. And these are a bit marred up, these washers, but I leave them there because I'm not really into a drop shotty. I would rather just hold it like that. That's my personal preference. But I just think it is one of the most beautiful knives I have, ergonomically as well as, functionally.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Beautiful knife. So, yeah, I think all of us are just knife lovers. It doesn't really matter. You just have one bigger preference than the other.
That's true. That is absolutely correct. Okay, go ahead, Tom. Do you need me to bring you up solo for the?
Well, does anyone else got a knife? I do have one handy if no one else wants to go.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, another modern, and I used to carry this an awful lot too. The old Kershaw Shuffle with this blade shape was very wonderful for opening boxes. And reversible pocket clip, be tip up carry, dual thumb studs on there, liner lock. This was a great little knife. This is that that knife, sometimes you put it up and then you never get it out again, and you're like, why did I ever stop carrying it? Of course, it's actually a multi-tool because there's your cap lifter. So, and what do you call this here? Like a lanyard hole or lanyard, whatever?
Glass breaking lanyard.
Glass breaking lanyard or glass breaker, maybe. Yeah. It is kind of thin there.
Well, you can use it as a screwdriver also.
Pry bar, screwdriver. Yeah. So, it's more than a knife. It's a multi-tool.
Just the end of it is a multi-tool.
Just the end of it. Look at all the different functions.
7 functions right there.
Yep. But yeah, this is a really neat little knife.
Skull crusher.
Yeah.
That's it, Warlock. You got it. These dummies don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Big J's got it too.
The persuader.
Persuader.
Oh my
Be
goodness.
nice or else.
I can be persuasive.
Be careful now, Patty. I've got a persuader here.
Can I maybe change this topic? Because this is something I got. This is a pocket slip. You can see that it's from Dark Arts Leather. It's a company over here in the UK, a fellow that makes them over here in Europe. But he actually done one, and he put my. It's very hard to sort of see it. He's got my logo on the slip as well, and he done that just for it was just free of charge. He done it, and I thought it was lovely of him to do that. But the strange thing about that, it's a little belt carry for a slip joint.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I'm bringing it up. I've got the Bear, and it's such a thin little knife, and this slip was made really tight, and it fits the Bear. I only done this yesterday. Put the Bear in it, and I have my wee lanyard knot for pulling it out. But I'm going to start carrying it on my hip. It's just perfect, thin. It's not going to cause me any hassle, and I can just pull my knife out and drop my hat. So I just wanted to give him a shout out, because it was probably about a year ago he sent it to me, and I never had the knife that it really suited. But now I have, and I can carry that. Dark Arts Leather over here in the UK. Give him a shout out. He makes some beautiful slips. I have a few of his other ones, but this is one he just gave me as one he tried out. Lovely little knife. Slip.
Can we see a better look at the logo there? Can you hold it up real close to the camera?
Yeah.
Can you get it a little closer?
There you go.
The little dot at the top of the monitor.
There.
Yeah. Can you get it closer?
Are you taking a looking?
No, I'm not.
Go right.
I really
Go right. Go more right.
Go a little more to the right. There you go.
Can you see it?
Yeah. I just can't make it out now.
There you are. You can see his wee hat.
That's fantastic.
I just thought it was lovely to do that. Just it was really nice, and I mean it's a beautiful slip. He even gives you little water holes at the bottom. No, he doesn't. I'm lying about that. It really is nice, and I think this will be lovely on the belt. There's literally no weight on the knife anyway, but putting that on the belt just makes it so much easier if you're working to get it out.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Because I've been carrying my trappers in a belt sheath, and I won't go back to putting it in my pocket. It's just
I see Jerry. He carries that knife on. Well, it used to be his big Stockman. He's now changed it over to another knife. I noticed yesterday. But Jerry carries that in his belt every day, and I sort of put that idea in my head. I have a wee slip that I could use that for.
Yeah.
And that Bear, I'm sorry, that is a flipping amazing knife. I love it.
Yep, and Warthog was asking about not Lancelot leather specifically, but about slips that have a clip on them, and for a pocket clip. And Lancelot leather makes those. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. I'm sure that's something that any of our other leather makers could probably incorporate in their design as well. So that's pretty good.
There's one there with a clip on it. Warthog, if you want that, I'll not use it. I don't like them, but I can send that to you, not a problem. Just stick it in the wee letter to you.
Oh, there you go, Rick.
It's not a fancy pants one, but it's functional. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one from the Twisted Assisted Slip Joint, right?
Yeah. Exactly
I got the same one. I dyed mine black because I didn't like the brown. But I don't really use mine either.
No, it's just that the clip, I didn't like it clipped in my pocket. I found I was having to pull it out anyway, so what's the point? But yeah, if Warthog, if we want that, just give us a shout. Tell me here on how I'll post it out to you.
Yeah, he said that for sure. Warthog, if you want it, just let him know.
Send me your address.
Yeah, there. I don't know if anybody heard about it. I did not. Mattisfaction was talking about some guy
No, I
entered
didn't
a
hear about it
raffle-
either.
Entered a raffle and supposedly is on the hook for $1,300 for a knife because everybody drove it up or something. But okay, so Tony's Ponies says, we'll bring it up here. He's asked this before, but he thinks it was dismissed as a joke. This is serious now. Can you be a knife guy if you don't like patina, but like shiny?
Yeah, Tom.
Tom, Tom's got his hand up. So what
Every good knife guy has a good supply of case paste to keep their blades shiny. That is my input, and that is a serious answer. I love them all shined up.
Yeah, I think that basically you can go either way. You can like patina or you can like shiny. I don't think there's a wrong answer. You can still be a knife guy.
I like a bit of both. Like my stainless steel blades, I keep them all nice and clean after I've used them. But my carbon steel, I just like to let them get on with what they got to do.
Yeah, see, I'm like Don C. Don C's got the right answer.
Yeah. Well,
a dirty knife is a happy knife.
On my users, the ones that I'm carrying all the time, I don't keep them shined up, and if they patinaed, that I'm more than happy with that. But what I consider my collectible knives, yeah, I keep them polished up.
Yeah,
I like my patina age appropriate. So if I got an older knife,
I like my patina of age.
yeah.
So is that true, Maddie? You recently designed a knife for Kaiser?
I watched his channel last night and I was seeing pictures of it. It's in the process of getting made. And he was making it for his son, I believe.
Interesting.
Nice.
Looked nice now, I have to say. It looked nice.
Okay. Anybody got any Cub lockbacks, also known as a squirrel skinner?
I do.
You got yours handy, Tom? I'd have to run and get mine. But yeah.
I don't. I sent that off to Ray for part of his giveaway.
Oh, okay. Well, I can go get one.
I can grab some.
Yeah, I don't have one. I've always been interested in them, but I've never really bothered because of the UK knife law. Like, it's a small blade, and I still wouldn't be able to carry it. One of those.
Okay, so Gary was the one who bought the $1,300 knife. Have him on the panel. Sure, we can definitely do that. Or Randy's WSG says you guys should tag team and both be on at the same time. I could do that too. We have to give somebody a week off, but we could do it. Are you all set up, John?
Getting close.
Okay.
It's a whole thing to do.
It's an ordeal. Is what
it is.
It's a process.
It's a process.
There we go. Here we go. All right. While you do yours, I will go grab mine.
Okay.
So go right in.
So we got the abalone here from Queen. This is their more modern one. It's not an older Queen. It's an SMKW Queen. We got the really nice iridescence there on that.
They're fantastic abalone scales on a budget knife.
Yeah. You can see this side's just as good.
Yeah, it's astonishing they can do it at that price.
And there you go. Little built-in finger choil there. There's your lock. Just your little 3-finger knife.
I would say that'd be a comfortable knife in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those locking knives that the UK should just make legal, because look how small it is.
Yeah.
It's not a deadly weapon, is it?
Right. So they've got that, and then just more of a basic one here. Got the RT bolster on this one, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I like the bone. It's a very nice cranberry color, much like the large Stockman that RJ and I recently picked up.
Yeah, those are such good knives. I'm still real happy about that one.
Yeah, so those are the two that I've got there. What you got, RJ?
Okay. Let me get this switched over. And the one that I have here has the RT bolster, but this is from the Copper Swirl collection. So it's got the copper bolster, and then it's got the copper in the thing. I think the pile side is actually more attractive to me with the different swirls and stuff in it than the show side is. It's not as figured on that.
Yeah.
But again, you have the match strike pull on this. You have the little finger choil, and yeah, when you get these in hand, I mean, it just locks in and it's not going anywhere. Really, really a very good knife, and one that I agree with you, Matt. It should be legal everywhere. But the other one I have, the other squirrel skinner I have is actually this squirrel knife that I got from Stuart Harvey. And so this is more like a Duke, but it's still a really nice blade. He did a blue job on this on the knife.
A lovely blade shape.
Yeah, lovely spear. And I guess these are made. I forget if they're made in Canada or if they're made in France, but they're for export to Canada. Or Canada exports them to France, but it does have that squirrel right on it. It says, these are Le Curiel, I guess is how you'd say it. I'm not certain. My French is definitely not good, but you do have the squirrel right on the branch, so definitely counts as a squirrel skinner to me.
Warthog says they're made in France.
Okay, yeah. So they're made in France for export. Okay, so what's next, guys?
Anybody ordered anything new this week?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
RJ's French is no bueno. Absolutely. You want to go, Patty?
Yes, I've got a GEC coming in this week. It was one that we talked about before, our club knife and it's been done in honor of a fella who passed away. That should be here Monday, hopefully. And they sat in customs for about a week and a half after they got cleared before the GPO decided to go and pick them up. So we only just posted them out on Friday, so hopefully I'll get mine on Monday. But the ones so far, and they're all different bone dyes, and some of them are just beautiful looking at, and you've no idea what you're getting until you get it. So that's
I've seen a couple of them on Instagram. The Slip Joint Collectors Club put them up. There's big green ones, orange ones, and they look really good. Yeah.
So I'm really looking for it. It's a lovely looking knife. I like that knife. I've got one, but I don't have one with the easy open on it. So I decided I'd break my rule and have the same knife in my collection because it's just different. But I also this week, anybody who watches my videos, I've done a video on this recently. This Spanish knife, Navaja knife with the unusual lock at the back. I done this the other week, talked about it. And it was just a cheap little knife, but it's just a strange backlock. But I love this, absolutely loved it. I was on Etsy, and I seen this, which is this is plastic. I don't know what sort of plastic it is, but I seen it. It was only £20, and I thought, I'll just buy it because it looks like it has the same blade. When you see that sort of thing, looks like it has the same blade and really strong pull on it. And although this is plastic, this is solid. There's not it's just absolutely solid for £20. And look at that blade shape. I just think that is gorgeous. Really does. Like a speedboat going through the water. Love it. So I'm doing a sharpening video tomorrow, a full sharpening video on the Lansky. And I'd asked my subs which one they would like to do, a long or a short version. Well, it's been overwhelmingly a long version of the sharpening. So I will do that tomorrow and probably get it up tomorrow as well. But I just love this knife. That blade is just, how often do you see different blades that you don't see that? It's just gorgeous. Made in Spain. I'm not sure what the steel is, but we'll see tomorrow when I sharpen it. But I would say it's going to be a 420 or one of the 400 series probably.
Yeah.
But it'll work. It's skinny enough. Look how skinny it is. It really is just lovely little knife.
Yeah, nice and thin.
So that'll be up tomorrow if anybody's interested in a sharpening video.
Yeah.
It's
what do you got there, John? That looks interesting.
it's gone all tactical.
Oh, the OTF.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to answer the question that Gary asked. He says, Patty, do you have the gunslinger? And you should go watch the video.
Yeah.
Go watch the video, Gary.
The
He's
video
got a whole video.
just gone up about half an hour ago. It's go over and watch it. Interesting video.
Okay, so this is the Smith & Wesson I recently got this week, and it's the tactical out the front style knife. You can see come right out the front there. And it's got the little lever here. Let me take the lock off so I don't kill myself.
Oh, nice.
So if you're into killing,
I don't think that's the ad copy they were looking for.
Oh, it's not. I was going to say it's a pretty good slogan. If you're into killing, this one's willing.
Oh God, that's awful.
Isn't it? I thought it was clever. But yeah, really cool. And you just draw it back with the little side. Let me get it on here. Little slide pull here at the top. Just draw it back in there. And she's ready to go again. Pow!
Hey, she comes out all right, let me tell you.
Neves knives.
Are they expensive or?
Nah, this is just a cheapie. This one's about $45.
Oh my gosh. I could play with that all day.
The knife.
Neves knives. There you go. Shout out to Neves knives. But yeah, pretty nice. Good way to get into the OTF. Pretty good little clip there. But I know me, I wouldn't carry it. I know I'd forget to put the safe on and I'd have a hospital visit if I didn't. So that is one thing. You got to remember to engage the little lock there, the safety lock there at the bottom. So there you go. There's a new one. And
Nice.
check out the review if you're interested in
Well,
that.
John, I didn't expect that at all. That was a
From
nice
me.
surprise.
This one, yeah. Something a little different.
Well, I'll give you guys some previews. I just got this knife yesterday. This is from the Apex pass around, but this is the Artisan Accelerator. As you notice, the handle shape is kind of like reminiscent of the Navaja type shape. Wouldn't you say, Patty?
Yes, it's got that look.
It's inspired. We'll call it.
Yeah,
that.
modern interpretation.
There you go. How do you like that that blade there?
That looks a big knife.
It is a big knife. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be when I took it out of the package yesterday. I was like, wow, But yeah, this is definitely one that I'll do an in-depth review on it. But yeah, it's drop shutty and just one of those really nice modern knives. Another one that I have is this one. This is the Ned Foss Tiger. So this will be an upcoming review also. So you get some big blades coming. And maybe some little ones too.
That's like a bigger sharp finger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would, except this one is, I mean, it's definitely a trailing point, but got that really Bowie kind of
Yeah.
blade shape to it. Yeah, which definitely is fun. Let's see here. Randy is saying maybe I could join you and the Last Ranger on next Sunday, Modern Knives and Old Coins. We're gonna have to change our talking for that one for sure. All right, let me get you there, Tom.
Well, just a little preview here. This video review should be hitting the shelves Monday morning. This is on a Case Slimline Trapper. It's got the Ictus symbol and the smooth purple curly maple covers. So just a real nice single-bladed knife. Kind of reminds me of a toothpick in a way, kind of long and slender. So if you remember, RJ, I kept saying I need to get me a slimline trapper, and I finally did get one, and lo and behold, it came out in the Ictus series. So
yeah, I like them.
I got a question for you about that collection, Tom.
Yes.
So are you just getting one of each pattern or every one that has the fish on it?
Well, I started in 2018. So
yeah,
those were the smooth blue ice. And where do I got them here somewhere? The smooth blue ice with the Ictus. So I did get the complete set because those came out in 2018, 19, and 20. Going back a few years, because I didn't know that, the Ictus existed, I have gotten what I believe to be the ones and patterns that didn't come out in 2018, 19, and 20. So, but there's no way, or I won't say no way, but it would take a long time to try to get that whole family of knives when they're made in 2014 and such as that. I've been contemplating, because there's 9 knives in this family with a smooth purple. Gosh, it's a mouthful. Smooth purple curly maple.
Yeah.
And I just ordered the small Stockman, which I don't have it, a small Stockman with the Ictus symbol. And that leaves me like 2 more knives I think I'd have to get to complete the family with the maple. So I'm contemplating going ahead and finishing out this family, even though it's got patterns in it that I already have. Does that answer your question?
Well, kind of. I just was thinking that there was probably others in other like color or handle material that you didn't have, but you had the same pattern, like say in the violet or whatever color they call that. And then I was thinking I seen a white one in that same.
Yeah.
I want to say it was one of the swell. Oh, I can't remember. No, the I can't remember what they call that pattern. Single bladed.
Yeah. There's a medium Texas Jack, an ultraviolet bone.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one was made in 15, so I don't know, 2 years or 3 years if they did a whole series with the ultraviolet bone or not. Trying to go back and find all of the 8 or 9 knives with the ultraviolet bone it could be done, but it would take a while to complete. And then here's like a mini copper lock in the white synthetic.
Okay.
And I think they came out with one with the purple maple. So if they did and I completed the purple maple, then there would be 2 of them of the same pattern, but different cover material.
All right.
Again, trying to go back and try to find all 7, 8, 9 knives or whatever in the white synthetic family. It could be done, but it would sure take a long time.
All right.
And like I learned with that the doctor's knife with the smooth blue ice, you pay for it on eBay. So to try to find these, it would be quite expensive and quite hard to do.
I think Case, and I think it's very clever. I think they're one of the best people at digging rabbit holes. I mean, they can lead you off in so many directions, and you start collecting one, then you get two, and you really feel compulsed to just go and get the whole lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like I said, I started out to just get one in every pattern. Didn't matter what the cover material was. But once I just recently completed that entire family of the smooth blue ice, now I'm having second thoughts about on the curly maple. Maybe I should get that whole family. So I don't know.
Okay, so I just remember what that pattern was I was trying to think of. It was the teardrop, and it was in white.
No, the teardrop is in lilac.
Okay. I saw pretty sure I saw a white one with the.
Well, and they may have. They may have come out with one in white.
Yeah.
The one I got is, where is it?
Didn't you lend that to RJ?
Lilac, yeah. Not lilac.
No.
Yeah, those don't leave his possession.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like every year, I think they have a trapper. You know,
Yeah.
how many trappers do I need, right?
None.
None.
There's teardrop in lilac.
Yeah.
And then they could have had it in the white synthetic too.
You know, this is funny. I'm thinking about getting a trapper. I've got a small trapper, but I don't have a big trapper. What would you recommend to get? Which trapper would you recommend to
Panama.
get a large trapper?
Panama.
Panama Jack.
The Panama trapper is larger than the standard trapper.
Yeah.
So it just depends on
Has
which.
that got the big fat spear or a spade blade on it?
It's got
Yeah,
the big
there's-
fat spade blade, yeah.
There's
You
the
see?
Panama.
Oh, yes. That's, in fact, that looks like one I would just buy because
Yeah,
I love
so-
that curly birch.
Here, show him that one, Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's a back pocket knife.
Get the other one out. Oh.
You hear the excitement in his voice.
Yeah, get ready.
Oh, mama. That's a blade. That's the one. That is the one.
Yeah.
And the Ictus would be nice. I don't have an Ictus knife. I'd like to get one.
It's a
That
big
is
knife.
lovely.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
knew you
Tom.
liked that one, Patty.
I don't
It's a
know
bit
if you'll be
shiny,
able to.
but apart from that,
I don't know if you'll be able to find this one, Patty, because
all right.
in 2022, this one they started to make it and to put it in their 2022 catalog, and they stopped mid-production and did not put it in their, or in 2021 or 22, they did not put it in their catalog, and they never said how many of these they made, but they maybe only made a few hundred of them. They did send them out to whatever knife outlets, and I think they sold out rather quickly.
Well, but they still do that pattern in a different
I
handle
think
material,
they
yeah?
do. That's a
All
Tony
right.
Bowes design. Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep. So it's a back pocket knife. It's well, if I can find a trapper here. That's kind of it's still in the package, but that's a normal size trapper there.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference in size.
Well, it's a big boy, but that's lovely.
Yep.
So I just did a quick look over here at Shepherd Hills, and they have 4 different models of the Panama trapper that are available, and they all range in price from $83.99 to $85.99. They do have a special request one that, you know, if you want it engraved, and that's $105. But
They don't.
but they don't have the Ictus, no.
Yeah, they don't have it in the purple maple probably.
They have it in a gray jig bone, olive green jig bone, the lizard skin jig bone, and the natural smooth bone with a cross on it, which is quite handsome.
Yeah, that would be a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be as good as an Ictus. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's $85.99 is what they have it listed for. So
That sounds good. Do you know, I'm saying I haven't got a trapper. I've got my big Remington trapper. I do. I'm terrible for I've got the big Remington, the bullet trapper. But
Right.
yes, I think I fancy the case one to go with that. That's a bit more manageable than that big Remington.
Mm-hmm.
Well, having a good memory makes it harder to collect knives because then you can convince yourself that you don't already have it.
Yeah, that's the thing is having
I
a
have
bad,
suffered with that in the
bad
past.
memory. You end up with a lot of new knives
Yeah.
you didn't know you had.
When I first started collecting, this is just a wee side story. When I first started collecting, and I'd be interested to see if anybody else has done it, I used to at night time, because at the time my wife was still getting used to me talking about knives, thinking about, so at bedtime, I used to go in, or I'd be sitting in the front room chair, and I would get to about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm half sleeping, but I'm still going through the phone. The amount of knives that I ordered and turned up 3 or 4 days later, I had no idea I'd ordered them. None. Some of them were horror shows. I just must have been falling asleep hitting buttons. I done that for so long. About 2 years, I kept doing it until I said, right, no more.
Yeah, my wife would take my phone away from me. So we'll see you later, War Dog. He had to go, and then here's a question from Patrick. He says, "Good question. How many have you bought twice because you forgot you had one?" Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I forgot one on purpose. Like that I actually can remember that I bought a duplicate. I don't think I have.
I don't think I have yet.
Yeah.
I'll say yet.
Right.
Mine wouldn't be duplicate of the same knife. Mine would be duplicate of and I don't collect duplicates of patterns as such. So I would order a pattern that I don't really want because I've got one on that. So,
Mike Curtis, that's funny. So it happens to him all the time when you have as many as he does.
Yeah,
I've got,
I imagine.
I got all my buck knives listed as an inventory because there are times, I'll be away from home and out on my phone and just cruising through eBay, and it's like, man, do I have this one or don't I have this one? And I've come close to bidding on a couple, thinking I didn't have it, but I didn't, and I'm thankful I didn't because I already did have one. But sometimes, you just don't know.
I have the opposite problem is that I know I have a knife and then I can't find it.
Well, yeah.
I look for it and I'm like, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there you are. I thought you were
I have
here.
that problem too.
Yeah. So sometimes it's hard keeping a running inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should really do that. I don't have any sort of inventory, and I just kind of buy whatever I want.
Yeah.
That's probably why I've got like 6 or 7 Lunas.
Yeah. I cancelled that by making this little knife room. All my knives are in here. So
yeah.
That's made it so much easier because they're all in front of me now. And do you remember the other week I said I thought it about 150 knives now?
Yeah.
I was telling bad fibs. I was telling big bad fibs. I'd be getting close to doubling that.
when I did the interview,
I had a wee quick sort of count up, and then I stopped. Once I got to about 250, I stopped. There's not many more than that, but yeah.
When I did the interview with John, that was funny because he asked me about how many knives I had, and I said, I don't know. I guess I got about 100 or so. And my wife and I were watching that, and she got up and she went into my office. She's in there for like 3 or 4 minutes, and she goes, "You are such a liar." And I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I found at least 100 right on your desk that aren't even put away yet."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, maybe I just meant there was 100 I could see."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think there's a lot of us that don't want to know the actual count.
yeah, I've never.
Yeah, I don't want to count mine.
Yeah, I've never counted.
Well,
It was funny because we were talking about expanding my knife storage here because I told my wife about how you store your knives, Matt, and said I might need to find some of those little jewelry cases and stuff, that might make it handy. And so that was, fun stuff.
when I had my purge a couple of years ago and was just culling my collection, I got scared. I had so many hundred, it wasn't nice. They were just everywhere. Oh gosh, I can't tell you. Big boxes I used to have, the big, huge big box, the airtight thing with a double, full of them.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm glad I culled them, but I seem to be creeping up again. I might just go, I've started, I want to start selling again.
Well, here's a trick I learned from the old tractor collectors. You have to name your tractor. So I name my knives. So if the wife ever says, you need to get rid of some knives, and how can I get rid of Sally? I mean, Sally's been with me forever. And little Johnny here, I can't get rid of Johnny.
Appreciate it, Tom. Don't get rid of me.
My goodness. And if you ever do go to Ireland, Tom, do you have plans for coming back? Or is it just a one-way trip?
I only have enough for one way, Tom.
We just need a one-way ticket. Yeah.
What do you mean we? Who the hell else are you bringing?
Tom's tagging me along.
We're just coming for a wee visit.
Yeah. See, I'm going to check the caravan, and he's going to check the house. So we'll find you one way there.
Oh, I thought I had the caravan.
Oh, was it? Okay.
If you don't get here by the end of this season, the caravan's going, I'm afraid.
We'll know where to find you then.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll be at the house, yeah.
There's strength in numbers, John. He might have the constables catch one of us, but they won't get both of us.
We can't visit.
Oh no, there's plenty of old ladies in our apartment block. They'll take you in. Don't worry.
Especially when they find out you're an American sailor and stuff. Oh, you'll be popular. Your date's going to be filled.
If I offer to give them a cuddle, they'll accept. They won't have a problem.
Yeah, that's no problem there. Matt might find it a bit strange, touching skin that moves so far.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
And Patrick says if you've named your knives, you might be eligible to be put into a long-term care facility. Be careful.
What do you mean? I'm already eligible.
He's already part of the sanitarium, so
he's actually on leave.
Actually, I sneak out every Sunday afternoon.
That's right. That's right. You have to tell them you're going for a walk, and then you come back.
Oh, look what you've done to me again this week.
What?
My poor wife hasn't seen me for hours.
Okay, well, it is getting quite a bit long in the tooth there. I think we're probably about ready to wrap this one up. What do you think, boys?
Yeah,
I
don't want to ruin your marriage, Patty.
Well, I have to go and tuck her in there and give her a wee kiss.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought kiss night was Saturday.
Yeah, it is, but this is pillow kiss. See how long
Hey,
Randy, are you still in the chat?
I'm telling you. All right.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Yeah, Randy is still in the.
Yeah. He knows all about the pillow kiss.
Yep.
Why do I not know this?
Yeah, it's you would know it if you would join us on the Discord server, which people should. If you want to,
I don't know how to get into it. I went into it the other day and I wrote something down, and then Matt sent me a message. I thought I put it in the wrong place. It took me 3 hours to not understand where I was putting it.
Kirby Creek, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And the only reason that you're thanking us for not licking anything is you weren't here at the beginning of the show. That's when all the licking took place.
Yes.
So now that the licking is done, we're ready for the cuddles. So
Cut! Get us out of here.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, if you've stayed with us this long, then you definitely should be looking into a long-term care facility. If you have joined us for even a little while, we appreciate it. We love seeing you guys and visiting with you all. So please join us next week for another edition of RJ's Lives. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. We will see you guys all next time. Thank you, guys.
Thanks very, very much.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
everyone in the talk box.
Yep. Very good, Gary. You made it all the way in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out.
I'm watching.